lights, baby. Flashing lights everywhere.
Niggas was saying shit about me and they didn't even fucking know me.
This is my story. This is what I was doing when wasn't nobody looking.
Y'all don't know what goes on in practice or the locker room.
Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoa. Thursday, last show of the week.
Let's go.
Productive week. Had Dwight Monday, NBA Tuesday, NBA Wednesday. Here we are Thursday. This is Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. As always, we got the legend Gilbert Arenas here. Gil, the fits.
That wave is crazy.
Indeed, this is fly.
We were the same size, right?
Chuck 13s?
Gil, no, 14.
Chuck 14s was that 15?
Like a 16. Like a 16.
Really?
Yeah.
I got to come down a little bit.
First of all, I gave you shoes. I ain't seen them yet.
You had a box of shoes too, and you got. It was by the front door a couple weeks ago. I felt the need to tell you. We got Lexi Brown here with us too, repping Reebok as always.
Woo!
We got Captain Rashad McKitts.
Aye, Captain.
Trying to say these hoes.
Love Halloween.
trying to say these hoes and let them know. I'm here to save them.
It is Thursday.
Oh my
goodness.
I'm here to fight for the work, man.
Please look at the sword.
I'm here to fight for the work. being compromised.
Here's what we got cooking in the arena today. Wemby overcame foul trouble to give the Spurs a glimpse of what's to come against the Mavs, but Luka and Kyrie came through in the clutch to get the win. The Celtics' Big Four got a win in the Garden in their debut, but do they have the best starting five in the league? And Paul George and the Clippers stepped all over the Blazers after stepping back on Harden trade talks, but what's their ceiling if Kawhi and PG can stay healthy? Before we get into all that, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Do yourself a favor, download the app, use promo code GIL. They will match your first deposit up to $500. We've seen this week, we've done some of the best numbers in terms of y'all actually downloading and listening. So God bless you guys for helping us stay employed, keep these lights on. Mm-hmm. Keep rocking with Underdog Fantasy. Them pickups is cool. Wemby betrayed me last night. I'm not even going,
It was pop.
I needed that 0.5 point rebound or assist. I don't even say Wemby, his teammates, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit. And as always, we do Mostly Fans at the end of the show. Go ahead and drop a good question. Use your Underdog Fantasy username. If we use your question on the show, we'll send you $50 to your Underdog Fantasy account. Also, we're taking video submissions. So go to mostlyfansgil@gmail.com. You can drop your video. If we use your video on the show, you get $100. We've been having some good video questions coming through. Let's keep it rolling. And if you can't watch the show with us on YouTube, we've got audio versions available on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast from. Now let's get into it. So let's keep it a buck. NBA All-Star Game has been kind of mid in recent years as the league shifted to the All-Star Draft and that janky fourth quarter untimed target score and all that other goodness. But Adam Silver and them decided it wasn't working. So starting this season, the NBA will return to the East-West format with 4 legit quarters. No more draft. The best in the East, best in the West. So, Gil, I want to start with you. Is the East versus West the right call for the All-Star Game?
Why do we care? No, I mean, why do I?
It's the Black Super Bowl.
You know what I'm saying is it's an award in the middle of the season. You know, the first time you make it, you're excited. But for the most part, man, it's a vacation to clear your mind, to celebrate. It's a birthday, right? It isn't supposed to be taken serious. It's a birthday.
Okay.
All right, and we're going out there having fun while we're getting ready for the second half of the season that actually matters. So, this is how do we make the All-Star Game better and tougher for what? All that's going to happen is if you start demanding guys to go really hard, they're just not going to play. Oh, my ankle. on my back because the season starts. The season starts where I get a check.
No.
The $300,000, $400,000 check I get every game. So why am I gonna go hard here? It's not.
So what if they have some more bread for you? You guys get bread for playing in the game?
So you gonna start early this morning? This how we starting?
Shad, I cannot take you serious with
This
that
is how
damn
we
eye
start?
patch
Is
on
this
your
what we- this-
eye.
He doesn't want to be taken serious. So,
Respect that man's fashion.
Gil, come on, man. Look, you were an all-star.
3 times.
Yes.
So I don't even know what you're gonna argue about.
There should be an appreciation for that.
So
That's why it should be taken seriously because niggas do anything to be an all-star. For that weekend, like remember we talked about AAU and how the big time in the Nike camp is like the all-star game for the AAU circuit.
Mm-hmm.
And it means something when you're playing against the top players. Like, it should be taken serious. It's like your God tier in the middle of the season. Like, when players look at the All-Star game, we like, man, I ain't trying to go to All-Star. They didn't pick me. I ain't trying to go. You trying to go? Them the best players that's playing right now. You got to be on a different type of tier mindset to be an All-Star. So for you to be like, it's a vacation, like for a lot of players, like they really, really want to like be there.
No, okay.
Like the time there is the vacation. Like you've done the work already to be voted into the All-Star game. So when you get there, you obviously want to enjoy yourself.
But that's what Kobe was talking about when he took the All-Star game seriously because even mid-season, it's to prove a point.
When did he take it serious?
Every All-Star.
Every All-Star.
From what I've heard the
Oh, so
story.
you haven't
You
watched
get
it?
bread.
Because I was
Do you
there
get-
I was there 3 times. Everyone took it seriously in the 4th quarter.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if
the
everybody
first 3
took it-
quarters is entertainment. Like,
Yeah.
you only take it serious if you're that close to winning the award, the
Like
MVP of it, right? Other than that, it's a fun environment. Like, you know how much shit I got for jumping off a trampoline? Jumped off the trampoline and the Wizards almost had a heart attack about that. Because if I would have twisted my ankle after, when reality kicks in, my player is what now?
Yeah.
Right? Soon as someone really gets hurt in All-Star Weekend, watch what the star players start doing.
Start regressing.
You know, it's just not a thing. Like you get rest, right? You get to go to Cancun and all this, going to Mexico for 3-4 days.
Y'all
and,
gotta
You gotta do.
you know,
Y'all
we're
gotta-
still doing media sitting up. You know what I mean?
Events, all types of stuff.
It's fun, but at the end of the day, this is an event, and that's what it's treated like, an event. You know, we're out there having fun. Let's get the lobs in, and if we're close at the end, we'll play hard. Other than that, we're not treating this like a playoff game because if Giannis gets hurt, season's over with.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the part that the media don't understand.
So, like, when they actually changed the format, right? So the format now goes back to where it was.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that it was more competitive for East and West just because of who was on the East, who was on the West, because they started picking each other's team like it was pickup. It made it, like, not as fun because it was, like, homie type shit. I'm going to pick my homie, and we're going to play on it. But now it's, like, back to the format. It's like, are they going to take it serious? Because we're not watching now to see the best players play against each other. We just watching layups and dunks and threes and, I mean, at what point can we value the All-Star game for being what it is?
When they start valuing the best players in the NBA.
Picking them on the All-Star
Put
team.
them on the
Right?
team. Put the right players on the All-Star
I mean,
team.
you know, if we want to talk about like All-Star and what it is to mean an All-Star, it's the best players in the league. When you start, manipulating.
Did y'all have fan voting and stuff?
Fan always votes for the starters.
The starters.
And then the coaches pick the reserves. So once you started implementing like team success, right? So whoever's number 1, they get 3 players.
Right.
The fuck 4? the fuck 4? Your third, think about a third option, right? The third option makes the All-Star game? How?
Yeah.
How does the third, Devin Booker didn't make the All-Star game last year.
That's crazy.
Like, I just think the concept, like a player that's top 15 don't make a team that's 24?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Weird, right? So, when you're talking about let's select the best of the best, once you use politics, you take it out anyway.
Yeah.
So if no one wants to take it serious, no one wants to take it serious. You got players in there that's like,
Yeah, that's
come on, dude.
You're right.
Come on, dude.
You're right.
You average 12? Get the fuck out of here, man.
What if instead of East-West, they did USA versus the world?
For All-Star?
Again.
There would be some all-stars from the world that probably, well, because it's what, going to be 12 and 12?
Yeah.
But it's just
So-
like
A
how
lot
they do.
of really good players
So
will
that
be left
means,
out of that.
you know, we already tried that. There was 21 All-Stars last year, right? No, 24. 7 was European. That means you're going to force 5 additional sorry-ass Europeans to be granted this. And you have to take off real All-Stars
Yep.
off.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're getting close to a point where they may not have to do that, Gil. I'm just telling you.
I'm just, no, we're not.
No.
No, we're not.
125 international players.
120,
opening day roster.
125, 7 made it.
I'm talking about last year. I'm talking about this year now.
I don't give a fuck how, man.
No, I get what you're saying.
And
I get what
it's-
you're saying, Gil.
Like,
There ain't enough Europeans that's top tier All-Stars.
You got big man, top tier big man. Other than that, I mean, for the most part, like if you really want like all-star, it's the best. Just put the best players on there. Stop trying to prove points of, you know, my team won, so I get this guy, and this guy. Like, stop.
So will you think that the players would appreciate it more? Like you're saying, like,
No.
that was my question.
No.
They still gonna take it the same way.
3 All-Star games. Did you care in those moments? Like first game, were you excited, or you just like?
I think there's a video of me first All-Star, like, I get to keep this.
Yeah, like you get the gear, you get all that.
I get to keep this my robe. Like it's exciting. You got Shaq, you got, you know, everybody you looked up to right there. It like AI talked to me for the first time, right? Oh, you All-Star, congratulations. Hey, Mr. Iverson. Yeah. Like the experience, the thing. But once the game started, it's not, like as I said, I'm just there enjoying the moment. Like, you know, you looking around, you doing this, and come on, man, you average 25 on your team, you're All-Star coming off the bench to a dude that got voted in. That, first of all, that already is irritating right there, right? You know, like I was in one of those where we had 4 Pistons players.
Yeah. That was Jamal McGlure.
This is where it started.
McGlure made it that year too.
It was Chauncey, Rip, Rasheed, and Ben.
Yeah.
And they were still trying to make a push for Tayshaun. I'm averaging 29. My team is 5th. I didn't get put on the team. Jermaine O'Neal had to get hurt, and then they put me on.
Oh, so you came in hot.
I'm 4th in scoring in the NBA. My team is in the playoffs. What?
Nothing.
They went 1, 2, 3, skip, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of scoring. So it was like this is, these 4, these 4 from the Pistons is better than me in this Eastern Conference alone. The fuck out of here.
My question is to you though, why wasn't you on Demon Time to get the fucking MVP though?
Man, I was so hot just looking at, cause you already know. Look, cause one,
Demon time during the All-Star game?
To fucking
you
win
already
the
know
MVP.
the
for sure.
coach is the All-Star coach,
Yep.
right? And then there's gonna be a time where they put all 4 of them in the game at the same time for pictures and shit.
Yep.
So that was the time where I said, and this is when I knew media's stupid. I don't get voted in. I say I'm gonna be the East Coast assassin when this is over with. I average the same thing. Oh my God, he's doing what he said. He's a killer in it. And as soon as I seen that, that's when I became a talker. Just start talking shit.
Yep.
Because obviously you don't respect just the game.
doing it, yeah.
So now I gave you a voice. Oh, he's killing everybody. Woo! Player of the week, player of the month, second team All NBA.
But not an All-Star.
So I'm the second best point guard in the NBA right now, but I couldn't even make man, y'all need to go ahead, man.
Crazy.
And that's when I became just a shit talker.
Real shit.
So Gil, playing in the game, were dudes hating on you? Like, did they hate on first year, second year guys? Like, did
All-Star.
the season All-Star vets kind of try to freeze y'all out at all?
No, it was all fun. Like it was love. That's what I said. It ain't no one's really taking it. Like no one's really taking it that serious. Like if you chucking your shots and you hit like the first 4 or 5, then you're like, oh shit, let me go ahead and score. Let me go and score this one. But sophomore All-Star game, right? I came out there on that bullshit, playing around, right? And then Grizzlies coach, not Patino. Grizzlies coach.
Hubie Brown?
Hubie. So Hubie doesn't start me in the second half, right? Me and Jamal said we ain't taking it seriously. So he started. I said, yo, when we get in that motherfucker, man, give me the ball every time. Like, I'm gonna show him. And he's like, I bet. Boop, boop. 25-something second half, MVP.
Let's go.
Right? I was hot. He
Demon
ain't gonna bitch me. Like, you know what I mean? But
Well, like you said, All-Star Weekend is about more than just the game. So we got a special MostlyFans question coming in right now from a user by the name of Fierce Deception. Can we run that?
What's poppin', Gills Arena? My question for y'all today is, what is the greatest All-Star Weekend that y'all have been a part of or that y'all have witnessed? This means that, like, the dunk contest was poppin', the game itself was poppin', three-point contest was lit. What's the greatest All-Star Weekend that y'all have witnessed?
Hey, he got to replace his smoke alarm battery. You heard that beeping. Lacey, are you partaking in All-Star Weekends? You
I've never been to an All-Star Weekend before.
Really?
Excuse me?
Really. They won't invite me to the three-point contest for whatever reason, and then I'm not going until I get invited.
Okay, so no pull-up.
Yeah.
What if
that's what I'm talking about.
Big All-Star Weekend size bag for you? Would you pull up then?
Yeah,
Okay.
for work.
For
yeah,
work.
for work.
That's my
For
general
money,
rule.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no
but
bag,
I'm
not
not
rolling.
going to hang out. I think last year before I got sick, they were talking about I could have potentially been in an All-Star, but I was definitely going to be in the three-point contest. But the year prior, I was top 5 or 10 in three-point percentage, and they didn't invite me to participate. So I was like,
Well, we're going to invite you to Gil Shootout.
I'll be there.
No 10-1.
you had no chance of winning, but I mean, you can participate.
You definitely ain't got no chance of winning.
Yeah, I mean, but you can participate.
Gil,
I'm winning that shit.
What's your best
Thank
All-Star
you.
Weekend?
You get your ass whooped too. You can get your ass whooped too. Now listen now.
Like, not gonna lie, the first one I went to was, to support Jason Richardson on the dunk contest.
Okay.
Right?
And you gave him the dunks that helped.
Yeah, and Bow Wow was there, and you got to see Bill Bow Wow. That's where, Iron Mike, or Mike.
Mike, yeah.
That's where we was a part of it.
Okay.
Right? That was exciting. Obviously me winning the MVP for rookie, sophomore. But I'm pretty sure, like, the Denver one, my very first All-Star selection.
06?
Shotgun Willies.
That was 06?
04, 05.
Oh, shit.
And be honest, it should have been Larry's. Like, Larry was leading their team in scoring. And what ended up happening is he got hurt, broke his thumb, and that time he was out, I took over both our spots.
Yeah.
Right, and then I was just on kill mode, and so by the time he came back, I'm selected All-Star, averaging 25. But before that, I was averaging 19, so.
That's cold.
So I'll say that was the very first one.
09, the New Orleans. The New Orleans one. That was dope. I mean, because that was the only one I was a part of.
Okay. It was turned up?
Yeah, I was turned up.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the cupcake shit.
Okay.
Dwight and all that.
Yeah.
But I got to get in the locker room and see what you was talking about, like being around AI and all them in a certain element where everyone was in the locker room at the same time. You're just like, yo, this what the fuck it feels like?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on in here? It was like, I got to get everybody's autograph, like something.
Yeah.
But the camaraderie of the players, just seeing how, like he was saying, how comfortable everybody was. It was a very easy going energy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was just like, we just here to have fun. But there was always that one person, which I thought was always Cole.
Yeah, there's always one.
Cole was always
locked in.
locked in. I'm here to kill y'all niggas, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's my memory for sure.
Now, you can see it. Like I have All-Star jerseys. Wade, Carter, Nash. Right? I have a bunch of them, and people are like, "What's those?" And I was like when I was there, I was a fan,
Yeah.
right? And these jerseys are the jerseys that fans don't get, right? So those are the jerseys that really meant like, yo, I get to really like get these autographs. So those are some of my favorite jerseys, Cole All-Star, Garnett All-Star, I got Yao, I got, all those guys, especially my first year. My first year, I got all that.
Let's take a look at some of them on the wall. We got the D-Wade, the Vince Carter.
And Vince Carter, and then that Nash 13.
Balling.
That shit's just classic, bro.
And then I had my very first All-Star. I had the poster repainted.
Okay.
And then I have everyone's actual
Oh
signature.
yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah.
At the crib. That's baller. All right, well let's keep this thing moving and shaking. Chet Holmgren made his red shirt rookie debut against the Bulls and got his welcome to the league moment courtesy of Andre Drummond.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was watching this live.
Give me that.
Cookies!
Oh, I didn't know he stole it from him first.
And then hit him with the cross. Ah!
Should have dunked that,
I
man.
know, why didn't he dunk it?
He probably was so excited he got the crossover. Hey, man, that was the 80-second dribble. Hit him with the cross and then quick little pap.
Made that man touch earth, but we also got to show and give some love to Malik Monk, who also came through what I would say is the highlight of the night.
Man, oh, man.
Let's take a look at this one. De'Aaron Fox did that man dirty. Chris Dunn.
Ooh.
Damn, Don.
Bless your heart.
The Kentucky connection.
Bless your heart. Give me that. Yes.
He had to give him the
Oh my God.
I had to give him the push for yelling in his drill.
There was no text, right?
Nope.
Okay, perfect. That's right there. That's normal. Right there, perfect. No technical.
So, question for the group: what's more embarrassing for a hooper, getting your ankles broke or getting yammed on?
Well, I can't get dunked on. So.
You can't get dunked on. You want to experience that?
You can.
No.
They
rotate.
coming.
It's never gonna happen.
I'm saying you can rotate a little bit late and
It's not
that
gonna happen.
grinder comes.
Grinder come around the lane.
And no way. Yeah, for me, I guess no, I don't know. I think getting dunked on is worse.
For me, just crossing over, right? Because it's like with a crossover, like it's the way it looks when you. You know what I mean?
You gotta fall.
When you fall,
you gotta
and get
touch.
dropped.
You can getting dropped is.
Like,
It
that
don't
360
count if
turn.
they don't finish it though. Like if they finish the move, it's a fucking highlight. But you can get cross, get back, contest, and it might go away.
Not if you fall on the floor.
It might go away.
Now with great editing,
You
can
gotta
stop it.
finish
They just gonna
You gotta finish
flip it
the
out.
play. You gotta
Gonna
finish
clip out the
play.
miss.
Yeah, I clip. Listen, I'll cross you and clip it all the way into the, all the way into it and stop right there, y'all.
That's hilarious.
Cash.
But when you get
Put a
dunked
little emoji
on,
in there. Cash.
when you get dunked on, ain't no missing. That's a like that right there.
But the reason like dunking, it all depends on who dunks it. Like, if a big man dunks on you, then that's what you're supposed to do, right? A guard that can jump high, it ain't really.
And you can't really clown somebody for trying to get a block. Like that's effort.
Oh,
I
you
think.
can.
I mean,
you
like
can.
obviously you get dunked on, but like you can't be like, because some people are like, I'm never gonna not try to block some shit.
Watch your head.
But
It's better for like big man. It's getting dunked on by guards.
Yeah.
That's more embarrassing.
yeah.
Getting tip dunks, like somebody tip dunk. Hey, watch out. Like that shit is like, man, okay, I gotta box out a little bit more.
What you do is you better keep your head down because they click. We're just waiting just to wait for you to come up with some face.
The shock face.
We're gonna do a little therapy session now. We'll talk about the other side of it. Who's a player that put you on a highlight reel that you didn't expect?
Put me on the highlight reel. That means I had to watch SportsCenter the next day.
Or you just had to know?
I haven't had that moment yet.
I'm pretty sure I got put on
Knock
SportsCenter
on wood.
plenty of times.
Nobody crossed you? I know Boozer caught you.
Oh no. I've got bodied.
You got dunked on for sure.
No, I've got dunked on for sure. It's going. I don't. Because the guards. Think about the guards I was playing against.
Yeah.
Not man one caught you slipping.
No, it'd be what? It'd be Steve Francis.
Maybe.
No, there was plenty of times where he'd cross, and then Hey, he coming. I did one of those.
Whoa.
He coming down there. Really, he's dunking on somebody else, but I'm not jumping. I'm not stupid. Like, but Boozer got me.
Did you ever feel bad for putting a teammate in that position where something you did led to them getting embarrassed?
No.
Okay.
They put me in that position when I got to come back and try to double and, weak side help, and it's Shaquille O'Neal on the weak side. Like, why am I the weak side guy? What am I going to do? And he's dunking the one on me, so nah, part of basketball.
The game is the game.
You never really got caught up, you know what I'm saying? I stay out the way.
I will say the one time my team was on SportsCenter, this is stupid, but I was in college, we were playing Louisville, and it was the second half, and they lined up on the wrong side of the court. So we also lined up on the wrong side of the court, and then they got a wide open layup to start the second half.
Did they trick you, or was it deliberate?
Yes.
Okay, damn.
Oh, shit.
You said it like they didn't know what they were
No,
doing.
it was a play.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
crazy.
they got a wide open layup.
That's
That
crazy as fuck.
was stupid.
Oh, fuck some-
That was on It was on SportsCenter the next day, and I was like, "How? We're the Duke girls doing this dumb shit."
Education ain't education. In the middle of a game.
We won though. We won the game.
You gotta learn to stay out the way, though. When shit's going down, they in the game dunking on motherfuckers and shit, it's like, hey, look, coach, ain't no charge taken over here. You got it. I'm good.
Yeah, is it worse when you take a charge
Yes.
instead of trying to go block it?
Yes.
No. Carlos Arroyo. But lucky for me, though, I've never seen the play. Lucky for me.
Oh, what you mean? So he got you and you never seen it?
Down.
Right.
He got you and you never seen it? You never played it
Yeah,
back?
because it was on a fast break, right? We were on a fast break, and now you running back, and I don't know if it was a 1-on-3. I don't know what happened, but I know he faked it, and I turned, and then, like, you know how you turn this way? And then whatever he did, I turned all the way under the basket, and all I seen is the ball coming. All I heard was, ooh, ooh, ah! My whole bench laughing, doing one of these. Like, I don't know if
And you like, what happened? What happened?
I don't know what happened,
No, we
bro.
need
I
to see this
refuse
play.
to watch that play because it got me benched.
So you came out the game after that?
No. So I went on IR after that. Like, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few things happened that game. Early in the game, it was fanboy time when Vince Carter did a spin on Jason Richardson, and then, and I jumped off the bench. Oh my God! Like one of those, and y'all see that? And it was like, yo, sit your ass down.
Your ass down.
Oh shit.
You on my team.
My bad, right?
Oh, man.
That, and then the play at the end, yeah, he ain't ready. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
I do be watching the bench sometimes when something happens.
You be forgetting, right?
It's the fun.
They be like, yeah, it'd be so hard for them not to react, but that's like the first place my eye goes to if it's like the opposing bench, because their reactions are funny as hell.
There was no reaction in that Malik Monk video, though. I was looking at that bench. They was over there like,
They gotta be. Because that's exactly where they looking.
It's
the
always the
coaches.
tap, the leg tap.
It is the tap. It's the
Or
tap, or the shoe tap. It's like, hey,
Oh,
man.
that shit get. Hey, listen. Listen, that
Tap,
start
tap.
fights right there.
Tap.
Yeah, that tap start fights. You watching filming, and then like you watch it in slow motion because you already know you got dunked on, so you're not trying to pay attention to that part. So you start looking at other shit, and you see one of your teammates do one of these. That's what we on.
That's what we on. Hey, that's what
I bet.
That's what we on. Oh, that's what we on. Okay.
No, you didn't have watch your head back then.
What?
No.
Modern.
That's man. Come on, man. That's like 3 years ago.
Tap, man. Tap.
Them taps and
Tap.
giggles.
What? We was
That
in the
would get you in
we used to be in
trouble.
car, and if you wanted to really tap, but you couldn't tap, like somebody was in the back seat, you would roll the window down. That was it. That's the tap. That's the tap. Or cut the music down. Like,
Cut the music
do you
down.
hear this nigga? Okay, turn
We
it
used
back
to
up.
do the lean back in the chair in the locker and then just see who else was looking.
The
Trying to
awkward
make eye
silence.
contact with somebody.
Anybody else see this shit?
Yeah.
Oh man, but let's keep this thing rolling. So, in honor of the NBA season starting, we're gonna go back down memory lane with a segment I'm calling "You Gotta Remember" in honor of one of your most famous catchphrases, Gil.
You gotta remember.
What's your favorite memory from your first NBA game? Gil, we'll start with you, then Lexi, we'll go with your WNBA game.
First memory was at home against the Cavs. I stole the ball, made my first layup. You can never say I didn't play in the NBA after that layup.
That's dope.
I'm in the history book.
Okay, your first game was against the Blazers, though, I believe.
That was 0.
So that wasn't your first point?
0, 1, 0.
To go check.
But over 3 minutes against Damon Stoudemire, Scotty, Bonzi Sheed, all them guys.
No, I know who they were.
At least you took 3 shots, Gil.
No, yeah, I know who they were. Trust me. When I started, they got that smoke back. But like my first memory is when I made my first layup against Cavs.
For sure.
But actually, my first points were against Cavs. The first time we played Cavs, I had a free throw, and then the second time we played them at home, I had my layup.
So you was cooking them that year?
Because I was a fast break and I was going to dunk, and I was like, "This is my first point. Let me just go hit it."
Tapped it? Yeah. Hey, taps were a big deal.
Taps was a huge deal, yeah.
Taps were like dunks back in those days.
Tap.
But Lexi, we've got the numbers here. You made your debut against Asia Wilson.
You don't even remember your first bucket, do you?
1 for 2 from the field.
My whole rookie
2 for
year
2.
is, don't remember. Remove that.
A solid 5, 3, and 4 assists in only 10 minutes.
Do you see the score of that game, though?
That's irrelevant.
Isn't that crazy, though? How much better they got?
That's irrelevant.
We beat them by 40.
Damn.
101-65.
That's, you know.
Damn.
That was only 5 years ago.
Damn.
Crazy, right? That's why I played. But
Damn.
No, you played because.
Stop doing
you deserve to be there.
She said, "That's why I got in."
that's why I got in.
Got
It
my
was
little
up
point.
30. But yeah, I think, what is it? I had a 3. Yep. Nice
got
little
the
How many
three.
shots you got in?
Huh? 1 for 2? So 2
I'm going to
free
get in that
throws,
game
3.
and throw up a 3 for sure.
That's what you got
Because I
to.
knew I was going to throw up a 3.
Rashad, what do you remember from your first?
I want to apologize to the chat. You know, they be hearing the drinking and the gulping and shit.
Hydration.
Paul!
What was mine?
I'm just playing.
What was mine?
We didn't have one
So
of those.
you had 6 points, a rebound, assist, a block, and steal in 21 minutes
Portland?
against the Blazers.
Yeah, that was
Zebo, D-Mile.
oh man, it was so crazy because that was a game D. Miles said that he was gonna give Trenton Hassel 30 before the game in the papers, and he gave him 33, and I watched all 33 buckets. And Lil Wayne was a good friend of mine, and that was my first game. He was at my last game in college, which was a national championship game. And he was at my first NBA game sitting courtside. And that was one of those times I thought I was gonna go, you know what I'm saying, go ham. And I had a bad fucking game. Like I had 6 points, and I think I can't remember if I started the game or not, but it was one of them things where it's like you walk out there, you're like, yeah, finally. NBA, I got Lil Wayne right here. D. Miles was one of my guys. Zebo, KG. And yeah, 6 points I got on the board. I ain't tripping.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody always talks about the welcome to the league moment. Obviously, Chet got his with the Andre Drummond crossover. What was your welcome to the league moment, Gil?
Against the Blazers at home. And I don't know if it was that first game at home? The Blazers?
Hold on, let me pull it up. We got the box score. Yep. Oh, no, yeah, Blazers at Warriors, yep.
So, Boom Shea is there, right?
Boom
double
shade,
check.
boom shade.
Yep,
He got a block, right?
he does have 1 block.
Huh?
That was on you?
Yes, sir. So what I was doing was I was sitting there talking shit on the bench, right? Like, yeah, man, if I get in, boy, what I would do to him down there. Well, first play I get it, boy, I'm coming down the lane, I'm gonna try to dunk on him. And it was like, yeah, all right, Gil, like if you get in, try it. So they hyping me up. And towards the end of the game, last 2.5 minutes, last 3 minutes, it's like I got the heat packs ready. And boom, got a steal. And he's under the basket and tried to jump. Spot! Oh, I'm just on my back.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Man,
shit.
that did not work out as planned. The whole bench laughing, man. But I was like, man.
Rookie year, man.
It did look like I can dunk on him.
Man.
Lexi, how about yourself? What was your welcome to the WNBA moment?
We were playing the Mystics in DC, and this was before they had their small arena, so we were in the big arena. And I can't remember if we were winning or losing, but I got in the game at like the end, and I think they ran like 4 straight plays to like have me get scored on. And I got scored on like every time from like someone different every time. Like whoever I ended up matching up on, they just called that play.
Wow.
And then I just, it was like a jumping.
No,
I
that's
was
what they
like,
do.
oh my
That's what they
gosh.
do.
It was so rude.
We got
I
one.
was like looking at my teammates like, dang,
We got
y'all
one.
gonna help me?
Nope.
You
No.
the rook.
All right,
That's
Rook.
the rook.
Yeah.
Rook.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was embarrassing. I was like, dang. Because I was like, I came into the league like as an elite defender. And no.
Wake up.
Put
call.
that to the test.
W is a completely different beast.
dope as
So yeah,
fuck.
I got like boom, boom, boom.
Denver Nuggets rookie year. Marcus Camby had 8 blocks. He was going for 10 blocks. And I was on the bench. So back then, I used to talk a lot of shit. So I would be in the game for like 2 minutes and I'd
Seriously?
talk shit.
Damn.
Like talk shit.
For real?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is
So
something new to us.
So KG dunks on I can't remember who it was, Nene, one of them, and he yells, and I yell too. Yeah, get dunked on. Beep. Tech. Gave me a tech. I'm like, shit, what the fuck? Ticket, he hype, I'm hype, boom. I'm on the bench again, and I see that they just said, Marcus Camby trying to get 10 blocks. I said, I'm gonna dunk on that motherfucker when I get back in. Got back in, tipped the ball to me. Boom! Ah! Beep. Motherfuckers ejected out the game. My first ejection. Wake up call. First thing, Coach Dwayne fucking Casey.
Dwayne Casey.
Coming in, rookie, you can't fucking do all this shit. We just lost about 30, though. Like all he worried about is my tech, and I'm like, what the fuck? Ticket coming there like, hey, youngin, I love that shit. That's like a sneeze, boy. I love that shit. Do that shit every time. You can't control that shit. And Casey's just looking at him like, don't you fucking listen to him. Don't you fucking listen to him. Don't you fucking listen to him. But that was like, let me know like the league is for like, it's a grown man league. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna put it in, if you're gonna put in the work, you gotta also put in that passion. So that was the one thing I loved about KG, played with a lot of passion, and it helped me as my first like ejection to know like it's okay to act like Rasheed Wallace and KG and Kenya Martin and just be aggressive as fuck. I love that shit.
For sure. Well, another player who needs to be aggressive, Victor Wembanyama. Wemby was emotional before his NBA debut in front of a sold-out crowd, turned all the way up in the fourth quarter, scoring 9 of his 15 points, and showing his versatility on the defensive end. I think at one point late in the game, he was matched up on Kyrie, actually got the stop. But Gil, you got the chance to see Wemby actually now play NBA game, all the hype, everything we talked about. What did Wemby show you in his NBA debut?
Same thing he showed us in preseason, that he can play. Right, Kenyon said it, right, that excitement was gonna get him in foul trouble. And I'm thinking, how he gonna get in foul trouble because he's so low?
Yep.
5-piece.
He was on the bench majority of the game because of foul trouble. And, that's just, I guess you can't turn off that excitement, and that's basically why his stats wasn't the way they were. But, that fourth quarter showing that he can, dominate a quarter. I mean, 9. I mean, if he, was it 5 and 9? What did he have? Like, he had 9 in the fourth. But if he was in the game throughout that game, he would have had
maybe close to a 20-piece. Good for the league? Motherfucker.
I mean, I feel like if there's gonna play him like that and the outcome's gonna be a loss, just play the man and let him foul out. Because he loses his rhythm when you're trying to avoid the foul trouble. He's a rookie. Like, when we were rookies, they didn't give a fuck about whether or not we fouled out or not. It's like, let him play. You know what I'm saying? The first 3 games at least, let him get his rhythm so he knows what he can and can't do. Even when it comes to fouling, they pulled him after 1 foul with 6 minutes to go. And I felt like that was a rhythm stealer.
Yeah.
And
in the first quarter?
In the first quarter. So it's like now he goes back to trying to figure out what his rhythm's gonna be when he goes back in. Then he picks up the second. Now he's back to the bench. And now I knew it was fucking with his head at that point. So he's trying to figure out when he's gonna go back in. And then I'm just, the fouls that he was getting is he's big, he's lanky, he's gonna get some fouls, but I think it had a lot to do with his rhythm, trying to figure out what he was gonna do, how he was gonna play, how he was gonna adjust. And I think that if Pop would just let him play, let him get his fouls, let him get it, because they played like they didn't need him out there.
Yeah.
They played together like it was a team, and then it was like, Victor, if he on the floor, he not. We know what we gonna do. So it's like, if y'all gonna play like that, let's let him play. Let him play, let him foul out. Let him learn. You better stop fucking fouling, young fella.
Yeah. I don't know. I was kind of annoyed with the refs because I was like, okay, like, this is a big game. This is a big moment. Maybe one or two of those fouls they could have just let go.
Yep.
But again, he kind of looked like a baby giraffe, like trying to figure it out there. It's a little clumsy, but still graceful because it's a fucking giraffe. So it's
a
like
fucking giraffe.
running around and stuff is still amazing to watch. So I mean, it was fun. But that Spurs team, like they played well together last season. They didn't get a lot of wins, but I mean, I was on Twitter last night and people were like, "Oh, this Spurs team's kind of good." I'm like, "Yeah, like they just are never on television, so no one ever got to see."
Facts.
Yeah,
So-
facts. I didn't know not one player.
Not
Yeah.
one player.
So
Not one
I-
player, just Wemby.
Yeah, just Wemby. And then he was on the bench. So they was all like, all right, we got all these eyes. I mean, that's why they played like that. They're like, we got all these eyes on us finally.
Damn.
So we gonna hoop.
Johnson can play. Vassell can play. Shohan, is that his name?
Sochan.
Shochan.
That's not the hair, right?
Beware the
Juan?
Zohan.
He got,
He got the Rodman hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They remind me of OKC. You know what I'm saying? How they move and how they slash. They hit open shots. And what was it, Jones? Was it Trey Jones, number 33?
Yeah.
He played out his mind. I like the way
Got
he
me my
played.
6 assists.
Yeah, I like the way he plays. So Victor just got to figure out how he fit.
Yeah, Wemby betrayed me. 22.5 points, rebound, and assists. He finished with 22. I don't blame
That's
him.
not 22, barely playing.
Barely
Yeah.
playing.
I don't blame
with
him.
no type of rhythm.
What I'm saying is, just think about it at that. They had him at 25 point or 22.5.
I think that was halftime. I do the live pick 'em.
So you're talking about a guy who barely played, didn't have his rhythm, and he still put up that. So what happens? Just imagine what happens when he understands not the foul, understands how to play the game, what people are trying to do to him, and he starts getting wiser and a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
You just got to look for the things that he do well, right? Getting in foul trouble. I mean, just overall, across the board, it was horrible. All games, right? All games. Your star players across the board did not have great showings.
Right.
Right? They're still in preseason mode.
I mean, there was a few who performed.
There's 30 teams, right? There's 30 teams. So when you say a few, that's actually bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you say a few,
That's like 4.
when you're talking about the the superstars,
I get it.
That's what I'm saying. So like it's most of these guys are still in. This will still be game 5
Yeah.
in preseason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's it's going to take these guys a few more games to really. You can't go from 12 minutes, 15 minutes, and say, all right, 32 minutes. It don't work like that.
How did you like his movement though? Like as far as Wemby, like I was really hoping Pop would put him in more positions to be like the offense go through him, but they're still just moving. And he got to find his way. Like, what do you think about his movement as far as the flow? His trying to find the flow and get his rhythm.
That's what I said. There's no learning. When did they have time to learn something, right? When did they have time to really put something in for him? We have to still let him play and see what we have, right? We go into the concept of this is how we want to play, and then once it gets out there, let us see how it looks. Then from there, as good coaches, then you start adjusting.
But the moment he got picked, we supposed to been in the locker room like, hey, we running these plays for this guy.
Yeah, I mean,
we picking
you
these
can say
players
that.
to be centered around him.
But that sounds good against Europeans. We got to see what he do against how his team's matching up. Are they putting guards on him? Are they putting bigs on him?
Right.
Like we have to see how it goes because it's now a game plan. It's going to be a game plan from him.
But
And then you're just adjusting game by game.
We know Pop to be a systematic coach, right? Mm-hmm. The Spurs never changed their offense. They did everything the same way every game. They never changed for teams.
Mm-hmm.
It made us change for them, right? So that's why I was looking for Pop to put him in Tim Duncan positions where, regardless of who guarding this nigga, it's coming through Wemby in the post or Wemby at the pick and roll, we know he gonna get these shots.
But he's not Tim Duncan.
I know.
So you can't put him in Tim Duncan's spot.
Why not?
Because he's not Tim Duncan.
But it's the size. The size, it's like a template. It's a template of Tim Duncan. If once he develops enough, we can try the Tim Duncan formula. But until then, we're gonna use this template to see how he adjusts to it.
But we already know it's going to be a fail if he's never been a post player.
Right.
Tim Duncan was a post player.
Right.
That was his bread and butter. So that's just like saying, all right, when Tim comes in the league, play him like this.
You're right. You're right.
Not his skill.
You're right.
So, right now, he's more guard-like. So, I would try to play him like AI.
Wow.
Four cards, zipper across, zipper across, and see what they do.
Real shit.
Like zip him like point guard, and he's on the wing.
Especially if he has a post on him, because the way posts navigate any type of screen is ridiculous.
Most players don't know how to get through
a
screen.
zipper screen. Man,
Hawk cut down.
Hawk cut down, hawk back screen,
Yeah.
and flare off, and see what your big man do. Your big man's nature is do what? Protect the rim. Now he's sitting there popping, going this way. They wouldn't know what to do.
That's what I mean by that.
gotta
That's what I
run
mean
him
by
off
putting him in
screen.
those positions where he can get the ball, catch and shoot while there's no set defense, right? He actually is getting the ball in scoring position. He's not doing it where, like their offense now is when he catch, he got to make something happen. And I think that's going to put him at a disadvantage because we get to load up on that now. It's like I see it, I'm loading up. Like,
Do you
we
think
not
that has to
letting-
do with him not being like strong enough?
No, it's just gonna feel like it's a feel, right? You have to, there comes a moment in time where you understand the game. Like right now, from everything he did, his NBA moment was last night. So this is the first experience he gets of a real NBA scenario. So now he has to adjust game by game.
Yeah.
So obviously Wemby coming in with about the same amount of hype as LeBron, Zion, probably, arguably some of the most hype in NBA history, especially in the social media era. Did it feel like a little bit in the fourth quarter? He was cooking, had those 9 points, but late in the game, it seemed like his teammates were hating on him a little bit, looking him off, not giving him the rock.
Like I said, when you got a team like the Spurs that's got guys that's already kind of established themselves to be like the dependable pieces for the Spurs before Wemby got there, they not looking at Wemby as the savior. They looking at him as competition. Like, you in the way, bro. Give me that motherfucker, I'm going, right? And I think Johnson and Vassell is two of those players that are like, we still got to get ours, because if he don't perform, we lose by big margins. So we still got to do our thing. So I think that's a little bit of it. And he a rookie. It's kind of like what you was talking about, D. Miles and Boozer and Ricky Davis when Bron came in, a little bit of that.
He gonna have to get in where he fits.
It's LeBron James. It's LeBron.
but that's right. Like, he's a rookie, right? What NBA player who's been playing 3-4 years is gonna say, all right, we're gonna give you the ball at the end of the game? It's, what do you know? You don't know nothing, right? You getting off, thank you, but now it's time for the big boys to do what the big boys do.
Yeah.
Right? And that's just the way it is. Like, you have to earn that right to get the ball at the end of the game. You have to earn it. This is not something, I don't give a fuck how many plays the coach draw up for you. Right? Are we gonna put Wemby in there? It's 3 minutes to go in the game and it's tied, and you think I'm going
Defer to a rookie.
I'm gonna sit here and do the pick and roll and actually give him the ball. Man, you better put me on the bench. You have to earn that right. Like, you have to earn it. So when you see a player sitting there doing a 1-4 flat and doing these at the end of the court, he earned that right.
Absolutely, yep.
Like, he earned it. Like Kobe had to earn this right to do what he's doing. LeBron had to earn it, right? It's one of those things that you have to earn it. It is not given to you. And once you earn it, trust me, the ball gonna be, there you go.
Right.
There you go. Carry this big fella, like, hey, I'm open if you need me. Yeah. You start hearing that. I'm open if you need me. Because at the end of the day, he's the future. So we know that at some point, if he don't like us, we all gone.
Yeah.
Right, I don't care who you think you are on that team. You could be averaging 25. If the Frenchman says, you. Your ass is you. You on the first thing. You on the first thing.
That was your friend.
Oh, you jumping?
I mean, come on, man.
It's Thursday in Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog.
Like, how fast did Ricky Davis get traded during LeBron?
What?
Rookie year?
Gone.
And he was the leading scorer of the team.
Gone.
Oh, you having too much. we need more shots for LeBron. Go ahead. Come on, bye-bye. Happens.
So let's talk a little bit about the Mavs. Luka Magic was in full effect Wednesday night. Dropped the fourth 30-point triple-double in the season opener in NBA history. Giannis has done it. Oscar Robertson's done it twice. Let's take a look late in the game. Mavs up 4. Luka hit Devin Vassell with the, my friend.
Look at Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban was hurt all the way up. Gave him a little Jordan push. Grill.
Look at Kai.
I'm here. I'm here. So Luka's an MVP favorite this season. He dropped 33, 13, and 10 in the game, and that including that dagger 3. Mavs head coach Jason Kidd thinks he has the recipe to get the 4-time first-team All-NBA selection, his first Michael Jordan trophy. Jason Kidd said last year's numbers, 38 and 8, those are like video game numbers, and he's doing it at a high level. We also have to win. So if he can do those two things, that's him being healthy and us winning, he can end up with that MVP trophy. So Gil, we'll start with you. When you look at Luka, we talk a lot about health, the weight issues. You know, if he had, it kind of reminds me like Embiid just in terms of the look, but getting the motor where it needs to be. What is the best version of Luka Doncic?
The best version is every year he's been giving us. I mean, he's been getting better, smarter at his craft. I mean, even though he looks like he's out of shape, right, he's still doing what he's doing, right? You know, you can't change his speed. I mean, you know, you're not gonna get 3% body fat. You know, so, you know, I mean, the numbers is gonna speak for itself. I'm just wondering, when does the media try to handicap his scoring and all these stats by saying you're not a winner?
I'm not a winner, yeah.
Right, when you're gonna, you know, I'm wondering, because right now it's gonna be just stats. It's gonna be a lot of stats.
I mean, for him, that'll go away if he start playing some defense. Because you start playing some defense, then you start winning more games. And it's gonna affect the outcome of you actually becoming a winner. So.
Oh, but nobody's saying he's a loser right now.
No. I mean, but you kind of have to.
They not.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
You kind of.
I mean, 11th in the West last season. Yeah, I mean, you can.
I mean, everybody can say that they feel a certain way about the word losing or loser, but at the end of the day, like when it's time to prove that your performance and your skill set is going to be on display, and you need to go out and win the game. Like, there can't be no discrepancies. You can't look at Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic on the same team and be like, how you guys are losing? Because you guys ain't playing no fucking defense. Play both sides of the ball. Take pride in that. Just like you do on that step back for that game winner, get the fucking stop. Get a stop. Be prideful on getting stops. And I don't be seeing that pride. And that's what they were saying with the commentators about Dallas. If you can't stop or guard anybody, it don't mean nothing. You playing against the Spurs, and they take y'all to the limit like that. They ain't even got no vets or nothing like that. This, like, what are y'all gonna do against real good teams? We're gonna target both of y'all. Like, we're targeting them, like you was targeting you. They're targeting you. Go at them again. Go at them.
If they start, you know, exerting more energy on the defensive end, if their offensive production goes down, and they lose anyway, like, what would you? You prefer them locking down on defense and losing, or? They
out of shape. You got to get in prime condition. Gil talk about it all the time. If you're in prime condition to play both sides of the ball, like, you're going to come into the season ready for that challenge. I'm ready to pick up 94 feet, Kyrie. Let's see you pick up 94, Kai, and go out here and get 22 and 7.
Excuse me. Who in history picked up 94 feet and was a scorer on the offense end too?
Be different. Break the records. Be different.
That is.
Be different.
Luka does so much on the offensive end.
He does.
Rebounding, passing, scoring, and you want him to.
I want him.
94 feet.
Because as a team, if you're the liability of our chain reaction,
that's what you bring other people in to do.
No, but there's a chain link.
Do your job.
Don't be the weak link. Don't be the weak link.
My job is to score, pass, rebound,
rotate.
Because
box out.
How about this?
Box out, my guy.
I mean, we can do this either way. If I'm going to take your job, I want your money too.
Yeah.
Okay? Right?
You're
If I got to do your job too with mine, then go ahead and get some of them checks at the end of the day.
It's all 5
And all
of
I'm
us
gonna
out
say,
there.
hey, I'm about to get your rebound, all right? Just go ahead and just, you box my man out, I'll go get the rebound.
I got it.
Right?
But if we five out here, like, look, man, everybody's gonna have to pick up their own slack, right? So if it's a chain reaction and Luka's the one that's always in the slow rotation, when we talking about pick and roll, big rolling, and you don't never pick up the roll, he always gets this little layup.
That's, you know, when we say, like, be a defensive player, it's not be Jimmy Butler.
No.
It's not be these guys. It's, if I'm helping you, do the job that you're supposed to do. Drive, do not foul, right? I'm gonna pick your man up. Is he gonna try to make this little pocket pass? That's your steal.
Yes.
Right? So if you're picking up my guy and then they're making this pocket pass, that's my fault, not the bigs. Right? If stunt and rotate, right? And you stunt and then it goes that way, you're not doing your job. So it's really just do the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Right? You know, hey, pick and roll, be at the nail.
Play the game the right way.
Just be at the nail.
Yes.
We sitting there like, nah, I'm just gonna deny my man. I'm just
Because
gonna
they
deny my
think,
man.
oh, I'm denying, that's defense. No, you need to be on the nail.
You need to be on the nail.
So yeah, I
That's
get
the
what you're
lazy
saying.
shit that I be saying.
Don't be a lazy defender.
And that's what we don't hold them accountable for the lazy shit, right? Like I see LeBron do it a lot, and nobody really calls him out on that, but it leads to a lot of different possessions that the Lakers give up. And then at the end of the game, you're wondering why you lose by 6. Because there was a lot of lazy possessions on defense that could just be taken up just on effort and alertness, attention to detail. Like you said, if he rolled and I'm supposed to get that pocket pass, he's not supposed to dunk that ever. When Dwight Howard rolled, it was like, yo, our game plan is to limit his dunks on the pick and roll. So you either foul him or you be there early.
But that's the thing, like when we go back to talking about like the defensive teams and defensive players, some of the better defenders in the NBA and WNBA are players who are in their correct spots. So you don't get a stat for that.
You're right.
For being, like my coach tells me all the time, like, I don't get a ton of steals, but he's like, you are always exactly where you should be, but there's no way to track that. So it's hard to like motivate somebody to do that.
Yeah, you're right.
But then that's when that's the key to something. Is like, how are you judging defense, right? Like, if you don't know our defensive scheme,
Yes.
if you don't know it, then you cannot actually judge who is playing
That's why
real
they
defense.
Talk about it, Gil. Talk about it.
Blocks.
If
For
my
sure.
Job, if my job is we're playing Allen Iverson, and Allen Iverson, and I'm the net guy, meaning when he does certain moves, I'm the one that's supposed to follow him. We're gonna let them throw it over let Eric Snow try to score as much as possible, right? If Allen Iverson goes 5 for 25 and Eric Snow has 20. That was the game plan. You
did our
can't say I'm
job.
a bad defender because my job was to help stop dude.
Yes.
Damn.
Bro.
That's my job.
Yes.
That's what I did well for him to give him the ball.
Bro.
Yep.
And then we get away from that because that's how we played our strategies against guys like you. It's like, all right, Gil is going to leave the gym and say, I torched somebody.
Facts.
I torched him. But our game plan was, we're going to make Gil go left over the pick and roll. We're going to go under. He's going to either hit that three, he's going to make a play, he's going to have to throw it to the corner. If he doesn't throw it to the corner, you got to be there for the charge. We're late all night for the charge. He's got 10 free throws, he's got 6 layups, he's got his 30. Because we're not doing our job, right? But when you do your job, it's not that we're making him have a bad night. We're making him get other people involved. And that's usually what the schemes used to be. But now they don't have those schemes. And these guys are half rotating. They're half closing out. There ain't even no fucking closeout.
You know, the problem is this now, right? It's because everybody became a shooter, right? That it is hard to be in rotation. So they created the defensive model of no one gets to rotate, right? So if I come out the pick and roll, right, it's a switch. Right? So they're trying to minimize the pick, the what's the name?
5 on 5.
Like when I talk about defensive players, have you ever noticed I don't give no guards no credit? right?
We noticed.
No guards, no credit. The reason is I'm never paying attention to you. You have no impact on stopping me. You are not fast enough, strong enough. There's just a rare. What I'm paying attention to is who's back there.
Who the back?
So when I'm saying Cleveland Cavaliers, you got Eric Snow, you got LeBron, them. No. Their best defensive player against me is Ray Zhao. Ray Zhao is keeping me from going.
I hate him.
If I'm on a 1-4 flat and I go this way, it's because Ray Zhao's that way.
Yes.
So if this player gets to stop, it's not because of him. It's because he forced me to go somewhere else. When I'm going to the lane, I'm not looking at he's gone. I left him at half court. Where's Ray Zhao? Is he setting up for the charge?
Where is he at?
Right? That's who I'm worrying about. I'm not worrying about the dude that's in front of me. He's useless.
So the Ray Zhaos don't get enough credit. The Joakim Noahs don't get enough credit.
Yeah, so those are, you know what I mean? Like it's the guys that are a great offensive player that has moves. You know your guy can't guard you. Right? You're wearing, where's the help defense? So if I'm getting to the basket, like when I scored 60 against Kobe, it's not because Kobe couldn't play defense. It's because who's his back line? Lamar Odom ain't taking no charge. Bynum ain't taking no charge. Luke Walton ain't taking no charge. Like, so you give him, there's no Shaq back there to hit me hard enough to stop me. Good luck.
Good luck.
So where am I going? Basket. Now Kobe has to back up 3. Kobe's like, oh shit, go to the basket, right? You have nobody there that's stopping me from coming in the lane.
That's what makes us a good basketball show. We analyze the things that the guys don't really talk about on the national TV, which is second line of defense. As offensive players, we're not looking at the dude in front of us. Like, who is back there? Like, cause you're not, like you said, you're a non-fucking factor. We're not looking at you. Your defense, your feet ain't. I'm not worried about you. But if I see Ray Zhao and DeAndre Jordan and Joakim Noah, Shane Battier lurking over there waiting, can't wait to take a charge, ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fact.
Man, them the ones you gotta work, because it's like they know team defense. When you know team defense, you can neutralize a good score, because that's all we're thinking about is how to break down the team defense.
Team defense.
That's it.
For sure. So let's talk a little just about that Luka Kyrie duo. So Kyrie came up big fourth quarter, finished with 22 and 6. Showed why the Mavs may have one of the most dangerous backcourts in the league. LeBron said he sees a lot of his game in Luka. Kyrie won a chip with Bron, obviously. What are some things Kyrie did next to Bron that would work well playing with Luka?
2 different players. I mean, when you talk about, like, that reminds me of me, it's the stats.
Yeah.
Right? Not the actual how they played. To LeBron, Kyrie was important because he's a finisher. He has the Kobe and the Jordan end of the game creativity because he's the one-on-one player.
He could be that guy.
So, you know, when people talk about LeBron is smart enough. That's what he don't get credit for. He's smart enough to understand this is not my skill. This is not what I'm an expert in. I can do it if I'm hot, but this is his expert, so I'm going to give him the ball to do this. So when they lost games, it's usually because Kyrie didn't play well in those last 5 minutes. He wasn't hitting shots. Well, Luka can do that too, right? Luka can hit shots. So, you know, that's going to be one of those things of basically what we seen last year. Like, are you hot or am I hot? Like, are you going to take it? I'm going to take it. Because they both possess the same thing. They both are last 2-minute, 3-minute guys, which is hard for defense because now you can't load up on one, because if you stop me, I'm going to pass it to him, and now good luck, right? So it's two different things. You got 2 players who can do that versus in Cavs, it's 1.5. If you know LeBron is playing well and he has it going, then he'll take it. Other than that, that ball's going to Kyrie and it's good luck.
I haven't seen Kyrie get better since the Cavs championship. I think that I've been able to go back and analyze Kyrie, and he's Jamal Crawford. He's got a bag, handles, package. He can shoot the ball. But what Luka brings to the table with the rebounding and the assists is what LeBron did. It's like playing with LeBron, and I could see that comparison from LeBron saying, I'm Luka and Kyrie's trying to be Kyrie, but the difference now is Kyrie hasn't elevated his game since that championship to bring more to the game. assists, rebounds, defense. So we know we're gonna get Kai going in his bag and doing his thing. And I was telling Lacey earlier, it was boring because it's so easy for him that it's like we expect this, but we want to see something different. Show me your 40-point performance with 30 in the fourth, where nobody can stop you and you take over the game, or you struggling shooting the ball and you do other things like get 14, 15 assists. 16, 17 assists, 12 boards. You're doing something to impact the game other than just dribbling and laying the ball up and trying to score the ball. And if that's who he is, if that's who he's gonna be, Dallas is not gonna really win because that's like LeBron playing by himself and trying to, figure out who's gonna take the last shot at the end. And I think that they don't got that type of team like LeBron and them had for Kyrie to be vintage Kyrie.
I just feel like Kyrie I don't like talking about like outside of basketball things, but I feel like he's just had so much nonsense and bullshit that he's had to deal with outside of basketball. I feel like he's been in the gym for sure, but for us to be like, oh, he hasn't gotten any better, like he's just had a lot of stuff going on, a lot of things that he's had to fight against. So I think him going out there and trying to like big bro Luka or something, like that wouldn't work in his favor. And I think for once he's like trying to play the game.
Yeah.
Like, let me just show everybody that we can coexist. I can do my thing, Luka can do his thing. This is still Luka's team. It's the beginning of the season, and let me just, because we haven't really heard anybody talking crazy about Kyrie in a while, and I love that for him. Yeah.
You're right.
And I think that now his game can elevate, because now I feel like now everybody is locked in on his game.
Right.
Like they should have been, but people got a little distracted. But I think it's going to be a good season for him because I feel like this is the first season where he doesn't have everybody criticizing him for things that have nothing to do with basketball.
But does he get criticized if they don't win? If they don't make it to the playoffs? Is it a fair criticism at that point?
No.
Since there's no distractions?
Is that his criticism, though? No. Is that going
No, I think that's all going to be Luka's.
That's what I'm saying. If he's the leader.
Depending on how they continue to play.
If he's the vet.
Two.
So being option 2, does it take the pressure off him to not get criticized?
But he's never been option 1.
Boston? Brooklyn?
Brooklyn? No.
It wasn't option 1?
Boston, he was option 1, but obviously you've seen that his scoring didn't go up because what happens to a lot of players, they overthink the game. And for someone who plays like him, that's the worst thing for you, playing overthinking. So when he decided, I want my own team, and he goes to Boston, the guy before you averaged 29. They were okay with that.
Yeah.
You're coming there to do what? Try to run the team and average 24 and nothing went up.
Right.
Because you're doing something that you don't do, right? You're trying to make everyone better.
Play point guard.
Yeah, you don't need to, no, do you and everyone. There was a reason IT was doing what he was doing, right? And I think he just overthought the process there, which is probably the only time that he got to be a number 1 option in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Right? And I think he's just an assassin.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was
thinking.
thinking.
He's just an assassin.
Yeah, he like Jamal Crawford.
And it's like, the last 5 minutes, do what you do.
Yeah.
Right? And that's, it's like the AI, right? It's the AI with, you have someone like Luka. So it's really going to be on Luka to really decide that I need to get him more involved, get everybody else involved. I'm the one he's the one that's gonna actually have to sacrifice points for everyone else, right? He's like Jokic, right? We all know if Jokic wants to average 30, 35, who's stopping him, right? No one stops him, right? He stops himself by saying, all right, let me go ahead and give you that.
Right.
All right, come off pick, here, get it back. He's the one that's giving up the points for everyone else, right? So it's going to be on him. That's how gifted he is, where he can say, all right, listen, I'm averaging 30, 13, and 10. Shit, that's crazy. And I'm going to give up 5 or 6 points, right? To delegate it somewhere else.
Do you think he'll do that?
Curry averaged 30. KD come in, he averaged 25.
But we've seen
he didn't give up. Listen, he only took like 1.5 less shots than he did before. It's just how he delegated those points, right? So it's, you know, I don't say he should do it now because you need one more.
But we've seen it before. We've seen this before. AI and Melo in Denver. That's Kyrie and Luka right now, without the bench.
But the problem is they had a big shot. They had Chauncey.
No, not in Denver. Remember, AI got traded for Chauncey.
Wait, Chauncey wasn't in there with AI? Oh no, you're right. Yeah. I'm thinking Melo with Chauncey and
after AI.
And Chauncey was like, hey, hold
they
on.
need like one more.
They need a powerful big because Tim Hardaway Jr. would be J.R. Smith. At this particular juncture.
But even with that, like the J.R. Smith is the fourth option.
Yeah.
Right? Love was the third option. Right? So, you know, you need one more for everyone to be put in place. Yeah. Right? It's like a puzzle. Like right now you have two guys that know what their roles is. You have a fourth guy playing a third guy. Get a third guy so he can play fourth guy. Yeah. Then these two know how to adjust.
So is the third guy a big man? Because they don't have no presence down there, and they're trying to make Lively one of those guys, and he's too young.
Hey, I can tell you something. Who they need? The guy they traded.
Porzingis?
A few years ago.
Porzingis.
I'm pretty sure you wish you had him now.
Tough with those two.
That is
pretty sure you wish you had him now.
Yesterday.
Because Porzingis damn sure showed up, didn't he?
Yeah. Nobody realized on the Wizards he averaged 23 and 8.
He was killing.
Averaged 23 and 8 last year.
Killing.
Now you just give him 17 and 8 as a third option. Look how better your team is offensively and defensively.
They gave him away.
Yeah, but I think Luka and KP didn't see eye to eye. We're going to talk Porzingis in a little bit. But now let's get into a little hibachi time. Hey. We had 12 games last night, tons of hibachiing. If you don't make hibachi time, please understand we are a very limited show in terms of time. But we still love and respect you nonetheless. But let's start with friend of the program, Zion Williamson. He was back on the floor for the Pelicans season opener. Wasted no time showing why he's still a beast. We got the slow-mo. Oop, that is Jaren Jackson, Defensive Player of the Year last year.
That's a foul.
Big body.
That's a foul. For sure. Tell me you was on the show.
Very next Pelicans possession. Zion with another bang out.
It was at the top of the square right
He also caught Gills Arena alum Xavier Tillman off a lob as well, but out of respect for Xavier.
we gotta go put him on.
We know you listen to the show every day. We rock with you. We not gonna show
We got you, big fella.
Watch your head. Watch your head, big fella. Hey, listen, you gotta watch your head down there, man. You gotta be more careful.
Gills
we can't
Arena
keep you off this motherfucker for too long now. You gotta watch your head.
They bonded that summer league along with all of us. But hey, season is a season. So Zion scored the final 12 points for the Pelicans, finished with 23, 7, and 3. What's the Pelicans' ceiling if Zion can stay healthy this season? It seems like we're talking about a lot of teams in the West. We're not really talking about these Pelicans.
When he was healthy, they was playing very well. Like that's what I said. Number one in the West.
Yeah, they was
when they were playing well.
December,
when you're young and you run, the beginning of the season is like free food. Right? The veterans hasn't hit their time. They don't really want to run yet. They haven't got in full elite shape yet. So if you're a young team, running up and down early, you have an advantage over a lot of veteran teams. Yeah. And, if Pelicans can get off to that good start and, everyone is clicking, I see why they won't be top 3, by Christmas. Like, as long as they're running and going, by the time Christmas kicks in, if they at 3 by the end of the season, 6 or 7.
They got a solid four players. Valanciunas, Zion, B.I., and McCollum. But I think Jackson Hayes was an integral part of that squad. Coming
now
off
with
the
these
bench.
Lakers.
Energy guy that gave them a lot of different looks. It's going to be interesting. I think, what was the other guy? Jones?
Yeah, Herb Jones.
Herb Jones played well for them.
Herb?
Yeah.
Is his name Herb Jones? Herbie.
H-E-R-B.
Yeah.
Herb.
Don't clown him, man. Leave him alone, man.
What the fuck year is this?
What you mean?
What What is this, 1950 and
That's like one of my favorite things.
Man, his
Old
daddy-
people
his-
names on young
Herb is
people.
a good name, Gil.
His daddy name is Bartholomew. His daddy
That
name.
is, oh my God.
See, that makes sense. They a little behind, clearly.
Bartholomew, come on over here.
Imagine meeting a girl that they named Thelma. Like, well, come on, yo. Bertha. Like,
One of my first names was Barbara.
Barbara. Come on, Barbara. Come on, Barb.
someone asked me, would you name your son Gilbert? Get the fuck out.
Gilbert.
Oh yeah, see, you got one of them names
I got
too.
one of them old 80s names.
You might be the last Gilbert.
It's like, come on, Herb.
Herb.
I don't even want to know what his stats are.
Hey, look, man.
You gotta be.
Old ass,
You gotta be
old
cool.
ass.
He's
You
solid.
gotta be.
Man can't be
cool, dude,
named
with a
Herb,
name.
Gil.
Oh, about name Herb,
But the
man.
Pelicans,
Hippolito?
they solid. They solid. I just can't give them that same run that they had with number one before Zion. I don't see them getting to that level again because teams have gotten stronger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that was more fool's gold than anything, but they still
I
solid.
think that was, yeah. It was definitely surprising last year, but I think if Zion's locked in,
So how many games was that? Was that like the first 21 games?
yeah, it was early in the season around I think December-ish.
Yeah.
As far as motored energy, no one can compete with Zion right now, I don't think. So he just needs to,
Yeah.
and just hope. I pray he stays healthy. That would be, the best thing for him, for the league, for the Pelicans. But the way he plays is just so quick and fast paced up and down, and he just needs to keep doing that. At least this first 10, 15 games to give them the best.
What do you do when you see that dude coming at you full
Nothing.
speed?
Exactly.
I'm just like,
Pretend. But that's like
Move.
because I know having speed, right? Having speed over people, right? That's an advantage. When Fox is coming on a fast break, he has an advantage, right? He can make plays just people can't see because of his speed. And that's why I'm like with Zion, play this year, think about trimming down more during the season, right? And then next year, really focus on actually losing weight. I'm saying it for a reason. In your position, coming downhill, there's no one in the league that can keep up with the quickness of your natural speed.
Right.
And you're like D Wade, but stronger.
Real shit though.
hey,
Hey,
Right,
that's
so
real
if
shit.
you're coming down, think about how he looked in high school and then how he looked at Duke before he got hurt. The block that Wemby had, y'all remember that block on the baseline? How did you get that? That's the explosion and the boosties that you're missing out on by
good work.
keeping the extra weight on.
Yeah.
Right? You shouldn't be this heavy until you're 30, 32. So we know what you'll look like at 30, 32. Get down and get your early 20s back.
Yeah.
we talked to Zion about this in Vegas, and Gil, you've talked about this a lot. How difficult is it though? You always talk about just putting on weight during the season. How difficult is it to lose weight during the season while you're playing this schedule, food on the plane, hotels, all the opportunities you have to get your grub on?
If it's not a focal point that you're going in with, it is very hard. Because the temptations of being an NBA player is what you have to be disciplined on. After the game, you're hungry, right? Knowing that your body type can't put food in because your metabolism is not gonna be up. So that means you gotta eat fruit or just eat a piece of, as a nutrient bar, right? You can't eat a meal after a game,
Yeah,
right? So
right.
you make sure you're not putting something down heavy, then sleeping on it, and you know what I mean? So going on a plane and not eating that food, going to Atlanta and not eating Southern food, it is really hard for anyone, that's just trying to drinking all the, you partying with your teammates, taking 4 shots and all that. The Gatorades, right?
That is the Gatorade.
The Gatorades you're drinking 4 or 5 a game and you played 32 minutes, not realizing the Gatorade, that's 700 calories. You ain't lose that in that game, boy. You didn't lose 700 calories in the game. And that's why I said, when I jumped on a scale one day and I was 224. And I'm saying wait, what? I'm checking my clothes, change the batteries. And then I'm trying to figure out where the calories coming from. And I had to do calorie checks and damn, I drank 6 Gatorades.
Yep. Yeah.
So I had to put, G2, had to do G2, half of the G2, then put water.
Yep.
Right? So it became something, and then, a week later, I'm down to 214. Ain't changed nothing but the Gatorade.
That's it.
I mean, you talk about the road temptation, but even playing in New Orleans, which anybody who's been there,
You just gotta
they
go.
got snacks. They got snacks everywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit.
That, like, his biggest, that's what I said. I said it before he came into the league. His biggest challenge for him is keeping his weight down. Not getting his shot better, not learning how to dribble. His biggest thing is keeping his weight contained where he can keep performing. Like, that's the number, for me, that's the number one. Melo consciously worried about his weight and being in shape and doing extra stuff because he has the chubby type of body. Nobody talks about Luka. Look what Luka looked like when he first came into the league. So when he comes in, even with that type of body, as much running, and he probably does in the summer just to stay the way he is, right? You have people who's really, performing because of just shedding 10, 15 pounds every summer.
I like to go back to how to neutralize a guy like Zion when you think about how he plays, how fast he plays, how he needs that power to go downhill. You look at guys like Westbrook, Ja Morant, Giannis, guys that you're like, hey, get in their way. That's one thing we hate as players is a cluttered lane, motherfuckers just in the way. That's how you frustrate a Zion Williamson because he wants you to move out the way when he's coming downhill. He's expecting that. But it's like if you're running around and you're just like trying to kick the ball and you're just in the way, just be in the way, like it's college basketball.
Yeah, that doesn't exist.
Anybody on this couch is willing
no
to take a charge on Zion?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
I like just running just running by him. Just doing shit.
I took charges. I took charges against Shaq to try to get him his third so he can get out of the game.
Yeah.
So I've been through that pain, but this ain't 80s and the 90s anymore, right? You can't clog the lane up. There's not a bunch of just bodies, a bunch of defensive players and people who run a system that can't shoot and we just get to sit in this lane.
Right.
That's not basketball anymore. Like, there's 4 shooters, right? So you can't sit here and just sit in the lane when I decide to drive. I have an actual three-point shooter. So the point, you actually have to play legit defense.
But it's like when you get to the third dribble in the lane, like we used to always say, if he gets in the paint, everyone should be in the paint making him kick it out. Now, a guy like Zion, a guy like Giannis knows that my third dribble, they still not coming in here to get it. I can get to my fourth dribble.
But think about it. In theory, we understand because we came from a different era. But think about it as a shooting guard, you gonna try to come off of Klay Thompson for 8 shots? No. Right? You already having trouble running through screens and shit. Now you gonna come off for 8 shots or come off Jimmy Butler and give him those shots? Like, nah. You know what I mean? It's just not a realistic thing. Like when people talk about defense, right? The 90s had defense. Like, please understand what the teams look like. Please think about what was the dynamic of the team, right? If I have John Stockton, right, one of the great point guards, but he didn't shoot the ball from outside. He didn't shoot threes. So where am I going to be sitting?
In the lane.
Yep. Okay. Havlicek wasn't a 3-point shooter like
Hornacek.
Right. Where am I hanging out at? What I'm saying? Where am I hanging out at?
3-point line.
In the lane.
Yep.
Right. Brian Russell. Right. He was their best 3-point shooter, but it's not like he's taking 10 a game.
Yep.
So, sitting in the lane, right? Then you got Karl Malone, right? Who wasn't a shooter, where he's going to do the pick and roll. So the whole lane is packed.
Yep.
Right? Where we're not playing good defense. We just don't have no reason to leave this shit.
You're right.
We don't have no reason. Like I'm looking at that last series against the Bulls, right? For this 0 for 8.
Yeah.
This guy's 1 for something. This guy's for the series, right? 2 for 13, 1 for 4. Like, what the fuck am I guarding here?
Right.
Right? They scored because they couldn't make a three. They scored 54 in the third round.
Yep.
Like, it's not the defense. There's no shooters. There's no, like, if you take off, you have Carmelo and you put Steph Curry there, right? And you put, instead of, you got Clay.
Right.
That lane now is free. There's nobody there anymore. That's the game today. It's not 1.5 scores, it's 4.5 scores.
Yeah. It's like seeing Zion with the Warriors.
Yeah, as Draymond.
That's Draymond.
You know what I mean?
Don't put that in the universe.
No, what I'm saying is, like, now put him with those guys. When he goes in the lane, you think this is just a one-on-one match. It's like he's on a fast break in a half court. Woo. Like, people don't understand, like, the different time. We get what you're trying to say, but the difference is your defense looked better because the offensive players wasn't doing that.
Yep.
Like, now, instead of just a Jordan, the Pippen now is averaging 5 more points.
Or the Pippen is a Steve Kerr, a better shooting.
No. The Pippen is option 2.
Oh, option 2. Yeah.
So then think about those option 2. That's Jaylen Brown. That's a scorer. That's that option 2 is a scorer guy.
A higher volume
The option
guy.
3 is a scoring guy, right? You got the Porzingis. That's your option 3.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
You know what I mean? That's literally your option 3 now. That's not, Beal is your option 3.
Yeah. Crazy. Crazy.
That's some Tony Kukoc who's coming
Tony
off the bench.
Kukoc.
5.
For real.
God, you know what I mean? And that's why it's like, I know you guys don't like me but start being realistic.
Gotta watch the tape, ladies and
Point
gentlemen.
it out.
But that's our childhood, so we're naturally gonna put extras on it.
No, Mario, you can't tell me Mario wasn't the best game ever. Right? But I mean, in reality, when you look at the graphics, oh shit, this is terrible. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Then, it was amazing. You look at it now with your lenses, horrible.
The Nintendo 64 one was actually still.
James Bond.
I mean, we talk about it with everything. Like, I feel like some athletes get extra offended. We talk about it with movies, music.
Right.
Like, this is my favorite movie when I was a kid, and then you rewatch it, and you're like, this movie sucks.
I mean, because some stand the test of time.
No, what I'm
Yeah, some.
but like, think about it. Like,
majority do not.
Booty Tang.
how does
Booty Tang.
that was in this? How is everything
On the running kind.
a lot better, but sports?
Yeah.
What?
That's our delusion.
Like,
as old
I know
people.
your Ferrari was the shit in the 90s.
Yep.
Right? Where'd it go? Like 125?
Maybe.
That's today's Honda.
Yeah.
That
You do have some
car is
timeless things.
today's Honda. We don't even think about racing another Ferrari. That Ferrari now goes 260.
Man.
Like, so when you say, yeah, my Ferrari, here, we got Hondas, bro. We got Hondas and Mustangs that will blow y'all out. Just relax. Relax. Just dust it off. Dust it off.
And admire it and love it
and then
over there.
On Sundays,
Yeah.
take it to cruise, because it's cruise now.
It's
Take your
cruise.
cruise, go a little 80 miles an hour, and with your top drop, you can't drive it no faster than that.
We got Bugattis now.
Like, have you ever seen a 64 Impala on the freeway? It was a real good car back in the 60s. It was riding. The shit shaky now. You sitting there, it ain't got no power steering, no nothing.
No air conditioning.
It ain't got no
You gotta
power.
roll the window down. Roll that fucking window down, man.
Hey, when's the last time you rode a way?
Get this off the
That shit was
island.
You
annoying.
use the roller and it gets stuck. Sometimes it gets stuck.
But that's what I'm saying.
Goddamn
But
door.
that's what, like, when we look from these lenses and look back, it's like, yo, like, I would stop messing with you if you stop saying, if we played against y'all, we would do this. Like, stop.
That's fair.
Stop. Just stop.
Well, we're a West Coast show, obviously Lakers, but we got to talk a little Celtics. Your favorite team, Gil? You're a Celtics fan, tell the truth. On the
Said
low.
Bucks, he said it.
On the low. But Celtics Big Four made their debut against the Knicks in New York. Jason Tatum started his MVP campaign, dropping 34, 11, and 4. And we also had the unicorn, Kristaps Porzingis,
This is
former
the
Nick, returning back to the Garden.
This is the.
They were saying fuck Kristaps right at one point.
Give me that.
Started the
Hey,
chant.
hold on. Here's the basketball moment. Can you go back? Just go back to the first play. I need it. This is right there. No. Just let this one play. I'll tell you when to pause it.
Hey, yo.
I'll tell you, I'm gonna pause it. Just hold on. Pause it. Okay. This right here is the worst offense that has been created since UCLA cut.
Yeah, stop disrespecting.
No. 5 out. 5 out. Right? Think about it. Like, the only way where's he gonna go? He can only go the other way.
Yep.
Right? You can't come this way because you're dive. Cut. Look, no one's looking at your Brown. Cut in front of him.
Yeah.
Cut behind him. Like, no matter which way you go, there will be a defense. Like, to clear out room, you have to make cuts. And these guys just sit there while one's trying to play, and they wonder why they keep getting ripped, because there's a guy at the nail. So if you try to go that way, he's going to rip you. You try to go the other way, there's defense. Yep. Why you think 1-4 was created? I'm going to be at the top, everyone at the baseline.
Yep.
I don't want nobody sitting at the corners because that's help.
And you can see the help coming.
Yeah, if they want to do these ISO plays, why don't they just set up 1-4
because they're not being taught.
Yeah.
If Jason, look, get in the middle
and push
everybody down. Now think about all the spacing moves you got. There's never no help. Right here, you are forced to shoot jumpers and take hard shots.
Yep.
And that's what basketball is not really understanding.
So is it the players not understanding how to play as like savvy basketball players? I mean, because Mitchell Robinson don't really come over to help on that one.
But it's just still like when you talk about create space and like but that's what I'm saying. Look at the help. Like once you get into your move, I know you're not going to pass it. Look at the spacing.
Yeah.
Like everything you do is hard. Like look where you're going. Look, the defense.
Yeah.
You ain't going nowhere. I'm forcing you to shoot that.
Yeah.
And that's why, like when people say 1-4 flat, it was a reason I called that play. It was a play.
So, what are your thoughts on the new look Celtics?
I mean, to be honest, as long as you have as long as you have Brown at the 4, right? That means you're gonna have 2 players, probably 2 guards. That's probably not giving you shit, right? Like, where's the balance of scoring, right? So if you're guards, you got 2 starters, right? Guards, and they both do the same thing. Right? They're not true point guards, so let me guess you're combined, because I do combine. So probably they combined under 30 points.
Yep.
And then they combined under 10 assists.
Yep.
Right? When that position, the 2 positions together, you need to hold your own, right? It should be at least 35 points between that position, at least 11 assists between that position. But unfortunately, you don't have those type of players in that position. So you have Derek White at the point guard. I mean, I'm because he cut his hair. Cool. But why is he starting if you have the same player in Drew?
Yeah.
Why do you?
What's the other option?
Well, yeah, what's the other option?
Peyton Pritchard?
A real team? Jaylen Brown or Tatum at the 2. The other one at the 3, bringing old fella at the 4.
Yeah, they played that.
Horford at the 4.
They played that lineup.
And Zingas at the 5. That is your actual team.
Yeah.
And then when I want to come in for Drew.
But if they playing small, it's gonna be Drew, White, Tatum, Brown, and Porzingis.
Why am I playing small?
Because everyone else is playing small.
Who?
Everybody else.
Did Bucks, when they won the championship,
New York play small?
New York sucks. When the Bucks won the championship, were they small? No.
No.
I think everyone tried
Was
to
the
play
Lakers small? No.
No.
Was Denver small? No. They're beating up on you guys because y'all are small.
You're right.
Miami Heat, you lose 2 times. Why? Small.
Small, playing small ball.
You're playing small ball.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? That's just, it's Suns. You're smaller than them. Like, that's not, that shit looks cute.
So you think the opportunity for us to go back to traditional ball where we got 2 bigs actually in the game can happen? Where we're affecting the game through offensive rebounding. Second chance points.
But what I'm saying, the champions have told you that you're going to have to, the bigger team always is winning. The lineups that they're putting in, are just, like when you talk about Denver's team, right? You know, Murray's what, 6'3"? And then, you know, KCP 6'6"?
6. Oh, yeah.
And then you got 6'10", 6'10", then Jokic.
Yep.
What the fuck you think you're gonna do with that lineup with 6'1", 6'2", 6'5", 6'6", like that? Stop.
And they're switching.
Yeah.
They're switching everything.
When people say small ball, they're just thinking like positionally.
Yeah.
They're not really considering how tall
Yeah.
these guys really are at their positions. And that's what we mean by small ball, because I feel like that gets lost sometimes. It's like, oh, they have all these guards in, but these guards are like 6'8", 6'10". Like, yeah, they're guards, but they're
They can guard bigs, just basically.
Exactly.
Small, small
If I'm Golden State and I'm like small ball and I got Draymond at the 5 and then KD 6'11", 7 foot at the 4, I'm not small. I'm not small. That's not small, right?
Draymond playing at the 5 not small?
No, because he plays big, right? So I really have bigs. Like Jalen, is he averaging 3 blocks, 2 blocks? What? No blocks, no
blocks.
rebounds.
Yeah, you're right.
No blocks, no rebounds. How is he playing big? Like, that's what I'm...
So you're saying basically like Porzingis, Al Horford,
That's
Tatum, Brown, that's the lineup.
I can still play 5 out.
That's a championship
I can still,
lineup.
you know what I mean? I can still do what I want to do, and still, if a guard comes in there, I still have backing. Like if Ja Morant comes in the lane and the freak is not there.
Yeah. Brooke?
No.
Small, you talking about?
The unicorn, I mean.
Okay.
The unicorn is not there. Who blocking him? Brown ain't no shot blocker?
Nah.
Easy bucket. That's an easy bucket. That's what I'm saying. It's like, y'all got to really understand basketball and stop trying to copy a model if you don't have the ingredients.
I don't think it was about a model more than it was them trying to alleviate guarding a stretch 4. It was the stretch 4s trying to figure out, how do we guard a stretch 4? We need to bring in a smaller guy that can move out and get out to that 4, because they felt like the 4s were too heavy-footed to get out there. But what we, like you're saying, what's proven is on these good teams like the Lakers and the Denver Nuggets, they got the big that can play on the floor, they can move, but it can also be big in rebounds. So it's like, I think all the teams have played that way because of Steph and Draymond and how they played. They played small, but it was to open up the floor, right? So now you got bigs like Brook Lopez, Giannis, you got
Middleton. That's a big lineup.
Yeah. So now they can move in this defense there, but all the rest of the 28 teams, maybe 26 teams, are playing a certain way, and only 4 teams are playing the traditional way of basketball.
And those teams are actually winning the championships.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so when we talk about champions, like it's fool's gold. Like when people talk about like the first small ball team was Bulls. Unfortunately, right? Ron Harper's 6'6". Jordan 6'6".
Yeah.
Pippen 6'7", Rodman 6'8", right? Coup coach coming in for, Longley 6'11".
Yep.
That's not small, right? That's big, because your guards are bigger than the guards that they got then.
Yep.
That's, 6'1", 6 foot, 6'2" at the max, right? So you have an advantage. Today, you guys are so small, you got power forwards sitting at 6'6", 6'7". What they gonna do? They ain't gonna get no offensive rebound. They're not gonna get no defensive rebound. If your power forward is 6'5", and he got 3 rebounds, you should lose your job. I'm sorry. Well, what is he out there for? To do what?
Right.
To shoot an occasional 3? Like, oh, you gonna shoot 2 threes a game? I'm still not leaving the lane, sir.
Right.
You're not stretching me nowhere. Right? Like, you know what I mean? So it's Al Horford. That's gonna be the GOAT lineup.
Yep.
You think he changes it now? He puts Al
He
Horford?
played it a lot. I seen that lineup out there. They were talking about how the Porzingis, Al Horford look made them a little bit stronger defensively.
Yeah, they were talking about the double big line.
Yeah.
They were like making a huge deal about that.
They were. They were.
Oh my God, this team looks like something. Like, duh, that's their actual starting five.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, that's the fucking starting five. Like, have you noticed that they've played this way for the last 5 years and wonder why they couldn't get over the top? You had Gordon Hayward at the 4.
At 6'9", 6'8".
6'7", 6'8". And he's white. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, what is his jumping ability? 34 at the most? Like,
Maybe.
34 at the most with all the injuries? Who the fuck is he blocking? Chris Paul's getting his shot up at the layup over him. That's what I'm saying. So you have him at the 4. That's been the 4. They've been playing so small that they don't realize that's what's hurt you this whole time.
Yep.
Like, I don't know what studying y'all doing, but them champs is big.
Well, why? The question is, why wouldn't they play Robert Williams and Al at the same time? Because they wasn't playing them together.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think Porzingis brings more to the game.
Because he can, because it gives them, what happened is it gives them the recognition that, oh, he can play he can guard, he can do it. So that actually gave them the understanding that, hey, Al Horford stretches the fuck.
Yeah.
And him, we can do this.
Together.
We can do this, yeah. It took you that long to realize what the fuck you needed. Right.
I like the look.
And you still have the wrong starting lineup.
Still got the wrong lineup.
Let you know that both the guys, 2 assists from your point guard and 2 assists from your shooting guard, it combined, horrible.
21 and 4 combined.
Do you think that the coach's fear with that is that they only have those 2 guys as their front line defense is you try to alleviate getting Al Horford in foul trouble or Porzingis and having them both out there at the same time? You're risking losing them on the back line for the second unit. I think that's what I usually come in with the short lineup is to have Al come off with the second unit and to keep the game in.
One, you're playing only 3. You're only playing an 8-man rotation anyway, for the most part. Right? You're playing an 8-man rotation. You have a guard, and then you have a big and a
If you had a third big, it would be better, right?
They have a third big, don't they?
No. Harnett, what was the white boy from number 40?
Was it Cornette?
Cornette. Yeah. Somebody like Drummond. You had somebody like Andre Drummond coming off third big.
But that's what I'm saying. It's monkey see, monkey do. Like you're doing stuff because someone else did it. You have no original thought. There's no original thought in these coaches. If I ask you a question, hey, why did you sub this player out at the 3-minute mark, right? You can't give me an answer because this coach did it, this coach did it, that's what I know. And then I'm saying, hey, well, if he's your best player and we're in a penalty, wouldn't you score more and put more fouls if he just starts driving because now they can't touch him? Now the big has to, right, either give him the bucket or get in foul trouble. It then heightens the scoring if your best player is attacking last 2-3 minutes when you're in a penalty. Versus subbing in the guys that are cold aren't aggressive. Right? They're not aggressive. Fouls. They're not gonna create fouls. They're not gonna do none. They're gonna use the 3 minutes to get warm and then start the second quarter, the 6 minutes before they get subbed out. If you haven't figured that out yet, something's wrong with y'all. I'm never subbing my best player out while we're in a penalty. No, they hit you in the first 9 minutes without any penalty. Like, I'm fouling you, check it out of bounds. No, now you about to eat. You get to eat. Try that now. Try that in the full court now so he can walk all the way down there and shoot free throws.
I got a question for you. What y'all think about Jason Tatum? His progression as a player?
It's game 1, right? It's game 1. I mean, I don't really give any thought on real judgment on game 1 because to me this is still old school 5th game, 6th game of preseason, right? So I need 4 or 5 games to really see once they get their legs. Like I said, it just doesn't make sense to me why you were shorting that part of the season, right? Like the preseason when. I played 40 minutes game 6 and 7 in preseason. played 40 minutes to get ready for 40 minutes. If I'm playing 15, 15, 15, 15, and then he puts me in for 40, what happens to my body once it hits the 15 mark? Starts naturally wanting to shut down. It hasn't been pushed to that level. So you can't go from 10 to 15 minutes, then go out game one, 36 minutes, and think you're about to be on some, that's not.
I think Tatum is a new KD. I think KD has shown that he's reached his limit, and I think that Tatum has now progressed to the type of guy that I think that I'm taking Tatum over KD right now. The way he played last night, what he showed me, I'm taking Tatum over KD right now.
Well, the difference between the two is one score easier.
Which is KD?
KD scored easier.
Are you talking about in the course of career, or are you talking about right now?
Period.
Right now.
It's an easier score. Like, every move you see Tatum makes is a difficult move.
Yeah.
I think
Like, he scored, right? Everything seems like it's like you have to do something spectacular to score. How much energy are you wasting?
It don't look like that to me.
Oh, it looks like it.
It don't look like that. It look like he getting his shit in the floor of the game.
Who look like they score easier, him or Luka?
Jason Tatum or Luka?
Yeah. Who looks like they
Luka.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, and the reason that it looks like, well, the reason Tatum wasted so much energy is because of 5 out. Right? You have 5 out, so that means I got to shake him this way to go here. He stops me, and I got to come back and spin off and do that. Versus if someone starts to cut, boom, he cuts off, 1-2 dribble, pull up.
Right.
You don't have to do all that.
But you got to have a certain type of team to be able to play that type of way, though.
They do.
They do now.
But they've been. It's just.
That's why I say his progression as a player, he's gotten better because he's understanding now I have to get my points this way. And I've been able to adjust to defenses where I know they're going to load up and I can still get this shit off, even though you loading up.
That's the reason they lose in the playoffs. Because it's him and Brown, it's the same, you're doing the same thing.
They're not adjusting.
I'm going to give you the ball on the wing, right? There's going to be a guy at the, what's the name?
dribbles.
And then you're going to do all this, right? Like, how come the offense hasn't created? Like, Joe Johnson plays where, like, he got to the spot once he got to the mellow, right? There was no, like, the guys that needed, like, if I'm like making plays for him, like, this is what you want to do? Okay, you're gonna cut off. So this is the space you have because I need to conserve your energy. Right now, you're maximizing scoring, which means that the average 35 and 36, you're gonna have to score 20, 25 easier.
Well, that's
all 30 of your buckets are hard earning buckets.
It didn't look difficult last night because Porzingis played well. And I think that him playing well opens up the floor to make it easier for Tatum. Brown played bad because Brown got to find a way to get his points now.
No, he played bad because that's the same offense that they've been doing. He had struggled. That's where he gets all his turnovers. Trying to go and there's a defense there. He crosses over, defense, steal. Yeah. Come over, defense, steal.
Well, between White and Drew Holiday, they got to find a way to open up the floor for Brown because Brown is now playing behind their wall of sagging on them, right? You're going to give up something on that side, so Brown struggles because he's a slasher. You're in the lane, and I can't slash on the catch because they're going to give up this jump shot over here.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. If you, like, an offense like that for someone like Dame and, like, I'm going to beat my guy, right? So if I'm going to beat my guy, the only thing that's making me change direction is what? Someone helping.
Yeah.
So if you cut out the someone helping, like, there's a reason Brown can't get to the free throw line. He can't dribble that good, right, to really go by his guy. And when he do want to go by, if there's help, he has to rechange directions. Yeah. If I can get an offense that he can just straight line his guy and dunk, he will be at the free throw line all the time.
Yep.
Like Zion Williams, when he goes, there's nobody.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Those are the offense. Put him at the free throw line, turn and go. So, right? I have you on the wing, baseline goal, front court. Now it's just you. Boom.
It sounds like what we're saying is they ain't got no set offense
No,
success.
it's AAU basketball 5-out. AAU basketball 5-out. If I can't score, give it to
It
you.
looked good last night because they was hitting shots.
It was hitting
Yeah,
shots, right?
that's-
You're right.
Porzingis was hitting shots that even he was like,
You're right.
All right.
You're right. You're
Like-
right. And Knicks don't play the best.
It's the Knicks.
The Knicks don't play the
That
best
also.
defense.
It's the Knicks
You're
on
right.
opening night.
Right.
They're sorry ass Knicks, and that's what you want to be. No, it's the Knicks, bro.
Right. And it shouldn't be close if we're gonna be dominant.
It's just the Knicks, man.
We're good. We talked about the Celtics. Let's talk about their biggest nemesis in the East. All eyes will be on the Bucks tonight in the debut of the Giannis Dame duo, affectionately known as Freak Time.
freak.
Bucks take on Embiid and the Harden, the Sixers. How would you try to stop the Dame and Giannis duo from cooking?
With the Sixers? The Sixers? Try to.
Yeah.
Is this where they playing at?
In
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, right?
Is it snowing in Philly right now? Cause that's the only way you can
Don't
really.
fly out.
Hey, just don't fly out.
Just don't go.
Yeah, just don't fly out, man.
We good. We'll just take the. We'll take
Take it.
the
No,
Like,
that
nah, it's gonna be.
Philly, but just across the league. Like when you look at that duo.
That's one. I gotta see how they play first. How are they using the offense? Right? Like I know how I would use the offense. I want to see how they actually are running plays with that starting five. Right? That will let me know like how to play defense against it. So until I see what play they're gonna like, what is their bread and butter? Like, you know, when we like Utah back in the day, like we know what they're gonna do. That was their bread and butter. We know what the Lakers and we're gonna triangle is gonna Foolie over here, boom, right? Jordan or Kobe ISO'd everybody else, right? Let's see what their bread and butter is to know what defense that you're gonna play against it.
It's hard when you don't know how they're going to play. You didn't, we saw Dame struggle in the preseason. So I don't think that Dame is going to show up to the first game of the season. I don't know. It's hard to get a new team with a lot of hype on the first game because there's really no preparation you can truly do. You just got to play your core defense, which for Philly, I'm not sure what their like base defense is. So whatever that is, then they can try to stop Dame.
The best defense for a team like that is an aggressive offense for Philly.
And don't turn it over.
Maxey, come out the gates like Gilbert Arenas and go at Dame. 100%. First 5 minutes, let's get him in a penalty. Tobias Harris and PJ Tucker are going to have excellent defensive games as far as concentration on Middleton, Tobias having to guard Giannis, and Joel being able to really be more aggressive in the drop defense because I feel like he's so lazy in drop defense that he gives up shots. Brook is going to hit that shit all night, so that's going to be the ultimate test for them. Joel putting pressure on Giannis and Brook, trying to get them into foul trouble. PJ being able to deactivate Middleton. Dame is going to do Dame, but it's like, all right, what Dame are we going to see? Are we going to see the adjustment Dame? Are we going to see Portland Dame? Or are we going to see championship Bucks Dame? Like, we don't know. But when you got Patrick Beverly on the other side, the MVP candidate, you know what I'm saying? We don't know.
He's in Philly?
We don't know what to expect.
Increase the piece.
We don't know what to
Bevis in
expect.
Philly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah, he's in Philly.
I feel like Porter's coming off the bench. It's going to be good to see them. Adrian Griffin, seeing what adjustments he's made for this upcoming season. But I think the Sixers being the actual opponent for them is a good test to Eastern Conference matchup when you're looking at Philly. I just want to see what Maxey. I think Maxey trying to fill James Harden's shoes is going to be.
Sorry ass team, man.
Man. It's an adjustment. There's a lot of sorry teams. Hey, you said the Miami Heat was sorry, man. The Philly on paper is better than them.
So let's talk.
No, Philly on paper, yeah. On paper.
On paper, they better. So it's like, you should go in there and compete.
That's paper versus reality.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
It's reality.
Just saying.
I know we didn't talk to a ton of Harden, but there was another update yesterday. Woj reported the Clippers are stepping back from the Harden trade talks with the Sixers. They believe they're the only team interested in getting the former MVP. They're not going to bet against themselves. They made an offer. Sixers weren't rolling.
What?
But here's my thing.
It took Woj to say that?
Yo, it did not.
It took Woj. I said that damn in the summer that if I'm the Clippers, why am I gonna bet against? Why am I giving you something that I know you don't want?
Right.
I'm not giving you nothing. Like, you don't want it. You don't want it. So I don't need to give you shit.
Get bleacher skin, put on some goggles.
You know what I'm saying? Like, congratulations. Congratulations, you're 3 months, you're 3 months late.
So, but knowing that now. Harden pulled up in Philly, ready to go on the road trip. They told him to stay back in Philly to work out with the team or work out with some team staff, developmental staff. But can Harden improve his trade options? If he wants to be traded, he wants to go somewhere else. Can he actually do that by playing?
Yeah. Showcase.
Yeah, but it's just like at this point, why did you do all of this?
He's not, but look.
Just to play anyway.
He ain't playing.
You don't think he'll play?
I just don't think he's going to step on that court.
Hey, Woj, can you just say this so they can think you came up with it? Listen.
No, you get credit.
Throw him alive.
Philly has no intentions of putting James Harden in the game, right? James Harden is smart enough to know what they did to Ben Simmons. So he is going to pretend that he wants to play so he can't get fined, right? Now you're calling Philly's bluff, knowing that they don't want to play you. So now they get to tell you, hey, just stay home. So now they can't fine him because they decided to tell him to stay home. So James Harden looks great. Now Philly what are you going to do? All right? Now you say sources told you and you get the credit for it.
So why don't you allow him to travel with the team, dress out, and just don't play him?
Because you look stupid. You didn't think he was going to show up. Because he wasn't showing up, he was in Houston. So what happened is he tricked you.
No, I'm saying, but if he show up and he want to play, we're not going to send you home. Go ahead, dress out. We just not going to play you.
Okay.
It's good for TV at that
What
point.
I'm saying, he's going to come, he's going to sit there, and he's going to clap and play. But it's $367,000 on a table every game. So, hey, boss, what you need, boss? You clap. Hey, because I know you ain't putting me in the game.
But perceptionally, it looks better because you don't look like a headache. You're there with the team.
It's too late.
Is it? But if you're there,
you go to Houston for 10 days.
No, but if you're there and you're on the bench and it's like you don't have a riff with the team, they don't mind you being with the team on the plane. The guys still fuck with you. Like you a part of the team, but y'all have an agreement that I'm not fucking with y'all like that. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
just to make it look good for trade talks.
What I'm saying is he showed up ready to go. Because what's the name just won his lawsuit. Ben Simmons won the lawsuit, right? So, I'm gonna show up, I'm ready, I'm in shape, what's happening? So now, what you gonna do? Huh? You gonna play me? Pretty sure not. Huh? You want me to come on the team and do all the busts and all that? No, right? Okay, so just stay here? Okay. I'll work out with the staff and all that, and we can go another week, and you're gonna come back. I'm gonna be ready, boss.
But what's the question, though? The question going to be from the actual, trade talks is going to be like, how's James how's James? We don't want to deal with him. We don't want him on the road.
You don't want him on the road, huh? Then why the fuck do I want him?
That's why I'm saying.
Tell me what I want to hear if you want him gone.
But we got to make it look good, too, though. If I'm going to tell you what you want to hear, I got to make it look that way.
Why you think they stupid? Why you think like this? Common sense ain't common sense.
You're right. They not doing. They supposed to do it that way. Though.
Common sense.
Shit.
You tell me the problem with it. Why do I want it?
Right.
They have not got the concept yet.
Man.
So they got to
trick
line
them. Hey, Clippers, oh my God.
He's been great.
2% body fat, he's been working.
He's in shape, he's ready to go.
He's been here every day. Like, whoever leaked that he ain't been here for 10 days.
Yeah, they should be fired. 100%.
He's been here every day playing 40 minutes. He's been going, he's been killing.
Practice,
killing.
James
Harden had 45 in practice.
Yes.
Say something that makes me like, oh shit, James Harden did. You know the other ones are stupid just like you.
Man.
Like, you ain't the only stupid one. There's some other stupid ones. Trick them, right? Huh? You know how they tell us, hey, no refund? Put that in the contract. Hey, once you get him, no refund.
Don't give him back.
No take back.
refund.
No take back.
No take back.
Like it ain't like, oh yeah, he got 2% body fat. When I get him, he gets 14. Hey, oops, my fault.
Hey.
My bad. Guess the shit was broken.
It was
Tricked me.
broke, yeah.
They don't understand that concept, and it's just weird.
Like you selling some stepped on product. Got off the wire.
They don't want to bring him on the bench because obviously the TV's gonna be there. They're gonna watch his attitude. They're gonna see if he's, going like this. So they're trying to keep it away. So if you're gonna keep the noise away, then you tell your beat writers to shut the fuck up too.
Yeah.
Shut up too. Like pretend he's here. Pretend he's working on the back. Say something.
Right.
Weekend at Bernie's.
It's blue magic. I don't give a fuck what you call it.
I don't know, black
call
man,
it blue Sprite.
blue
No,
balls,
just don't call it my shit.
Man.
Stepped on. All right, well, this show is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, so we got some higher lowers.
No. Did y'all see? No. Hell no. There's one thing we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about that Brooklyn game, right? I got two issues on both sides.
Uh-oh.
No. One, Brooklyn, stop the bullshit already. You know who your best player is, okay?
Put him in the starting line.
We all know who he is, right?
Friend of the program?
Right? This is like you're gonna try to James Harden him and keep him on the bench, and then you think everybody stupid don't realize what type of player he is. Your best player is sitting on the bench. One of your best scorers is sitting on the bench. Every time he has gotten his shots,
He's gone crazy.
he's done went bananas. So we know what the man is capable of, right? So, you got 30 off the bench.
Let's watch it. Let's watch it real quick.
JB Bickerstaff. JB, stop being JB, man. JB, stop being JB.
If you know someone that's better than him in that starting lineup, let me know.
Ain't shit funny, Cam Thomas. I mean, yeah, he was out there bucket getting.
Come on, man.
Let's talk about Cam Thomas, 36 points, 24 in the first half.
Stop playing with him.
We only played 25 minutes.
That's crazy.
Year 3 now. We had him on the show this summer. It seems like the man is constantly being hated on. I don't think he's not a McDonald's All-American, right, Trev?
No, yeah.
He got snubbed.
Despite being the all-time leading scorer at Oak Hill. We know what this is.
But that's what I'm saying.
What
Like, what type of coach are you? What type of coach are you that you are like? This is what I have. This is a start. Like, why am I even messing around? Because as long as I keep having him come off the bench, I'm messing with his mentality. And then when I really need him, is he going to mentally be there? No. When you really need him, but because of him, he has so much aggression that he knows he's better than everyone else on the team. Like him and Bridge, put them both in. That's Tatum and Brown. Wake up.
It's control, though, Gil. Coach won't control of that boy. He like Jean Grey with his powers. You can't control that man. Once he figure it out, it's like, I ain't about to listen to you. I'm putting it up every time.
Again, why do I need to control something?
Because you Jock Vaughn.
I don't want to control talent. I need talent to explore.
He come from Kansas, man. He come from that. He come from control that shit. Don't let it get out of control. Because then I don't control the narrative at this point. Why you not playing Cam Thomas? It's like, well, you got to come up with some bullshit.
Like, I mean,
Well, that's going to be his issue all season. If
That's what I'm saying.
It should be as soon as he come off the bench next game, they should be asking you as a coach what your problem is.
What your problem is that he don't want them questions.
Soon as you put the starting lineup in,
and it's not him.
the fans should be like, hey, hold on.
Where's Cam?
Hold on. We're going to have an audience timeout.
For real.
Timeout.
For real.
Hey, coach, what you doing? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
You got a problem with him? Do you have a problem with him?
Come on, this is ridiculous.
That's what
It looks very personal. It looked personal last season.
Come on now. Now we
Then
really
you have
got
all
to
them
talk
40
about
games, and then he's
all the
like,
40
sit down.
Like,
it was weird.
Yeah,
it's weird as
very
fuck.
weird.
So it coming in to see this next season and it doing it still. He come off and he really like, yo, I should. If I'm starting, guess how many points I'm getting then?
Gil, I feel like you gave him some great advice. You helped.
And then I got one more. Can someone go back to that game? There's one player that we need to look at. And I still want to try to figure out how he made it in the NBA. Paul, you just showed me where number 20 is. George.
Yang?
Yeah, right there, boom. He has a baby mama body. How is he in the NBA? Where is he at?
He said a baby mama body?
He has like random spurts of like
no, I want that one player like he's thick. Like he has a WNBA, but no offense, he has childbearing. Someone took him off the dribble and he just did this. I know he can't move. Right? His nickname is Minivan, so I'm trying to figure.
You built like a minivan.
Yeah, this was unnecessary.
No. Hell no.
Minding his business.
No. I'm just the reason I'm bringing this up is listen, everybody out there.
No, because I feel like anybody who has watched him play, they're like, how was he an NBA player? But then he'll hit a crazy three.
I get that, but it's like, dude, you have no muscle, it's all flabby,
Let that man enjoy life,
I'm just sitting here
I do not encourage body shape.
I'm serious, I know he has trouble convincing women out there that he plays in the NBA. I'm pretty sure they look him up and down right.
Let that man live.
Right, get out of here.
He stayed with it. He
stayed like me.
He stayed with a job.
He got hips like me.
He got the Boris Diaw body, man.
For real.
That's the Boris Diaw.
In today's NBA, I'm sitting here
what's going on?
No, I'm I think I can play. I can do that.
For sure.
Come on, Joe.
Gil, don't involve me.
I mean, Joe.
I get bullied enough, Gil.
I'm just saying,
I get bullied enough.
Hey, Lakers, Joe need to try out.
He can box out.
You know I know there's one person he can guard.
EPA booster.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry,
I'm in the process of transforming, guys.
Drewski trying out. You can try out. Drewski can do it.
I'm sorry, you know how they went at you. They went at you. Soon as he got in the game, it should be like, oh, hell no. Hey.
Him.
No, move.
Yes, I got you.
Come on, get the ball.
Pick and roll.
Go do that. Soon as it do that, just
drop.
Every play is for you. Ain't no damn way he's standing in front of paper.
No.
I know you looking at it.
I had to shrink the photo down. It was taking up too much space.
You were shrinking the photo down?
They put the oversized photo in, Gil.
I was watching the game yesterday. It was one of the games I was watching. I'm watching it, and then he's just watching it. He talking shit, and then I'm who the fuck is that? Is he playing? No, that's not. Is that the referee? It just confused me. It would just look so awkward.
Yeah, you already have a list of beef. I can't wait for him to pull up on you. We just gonna step back and watch it happen.
Hey,
to be honest,
last time.
Listen, hey, this is a pause
moment. You better be bobbing and weaving.
I know this is a pause moment. If he rolled up on me and he wasn't facing me and I seen him from the back, I might try to holler. I'm just saying that's what kind of he was double cheeked up. That's all I'm saying. In the NBA, double cheeked up. So
and on that note,
we say whoa. We say major whoa.
I said it's a pause moment. If I turn real quick and he had on skinny jeans, hey, stop. Never mind. My boy. Stop. George, that's you. My fault, yo.
Stop, man.
You caught me off.
They confusing
Time for MostlyFans.
2 shots.
Lexi, are you not gonna say nothing?
Time for MostlyFans.
I don't promote body
Lexi, you are on here to protect the other side. Protect the other side.
He just looked like Asia from the back. That's all I'm saying.
Now you're going to have everybody looking super close at this man.
Man, listen, if you don't stop, if you look, you better not. You better not look.
It messed my life up.
You better not look.
It messed my life up. I'm just saying.
It
messed my
Now
life
you know, so if you look.
You better not
messed
look.
my life up.
You better turn the damn channel. You better turn that fuck dude.
Yeah, we gotta live here. We gotta see these.
As soon as he checking the game, turn the channel.
To keep it basketball, let's just say he ain't getting no fast break layups.
Oh, man.
He gonna get caught on the break.
Damn, man. He got a baby
our
mama
apologies
body.
over.
He said he got a baby mama. You got a baby mama body?
He got a baby mama body.
Yo, that's fucking hilarious.
We gotta live here, Gil. We gotta see these people in the street.
Bro, you need to stand up, bro. You need to fucking stop,
It's not
bro.
it caught me off guard.
Stop, man.
It just caught me off guard. I just didn't, it just.
Add it to the list.
You know what the baby mama body look like, though? That's
Number 20.
You better stop.
Number 20. Got
Gil,
Spanx and
please
everything.
stop.
Trying to hold it
The light-skinned baby mama,
He's trying to
man.
hold it it together. He got Spanx and everything. Hold it together.
MostlyFans question.
He go to the gym and pull that shit over his stomach.
First
Just had a
question.
baby body.
I pulled it up, man. Listen, you got to put the waist trainer on, snap it, whatever you got to do.
This is like
Spank
a
it.
little too specific.
Do you see it? We
This is
see
a
it in the
little
gym.
specific.
Like you got pulled
Did
up.
you
You
watch
got
the game?
I didn't watch
Yeah.
that game, though.
And when you watch the game,
I've always looked at him when he played and been like,
Underdog fantasy in college.
everybody's like,
but not like you.
And on that
He
note,
double taking and shit. Like, wait.
on that
Like,
note,
you were
first,
like-
first MostlyFans
Support.
question comes from underdog username JDK23. That which NBA superstars from the past could play in today's NBA and be just as good or better
How far back?
yeah, how far back? I was about to say the
for
same.
all eternity?
Penny Hardaway.
Ooh.
I mean, obviously Magic. I mean, you got to think about guys who are the position they are. So Penny 6'7" as a point
What
guard.
about Tracy McGrady?
6'9" as a point guard. Tracy McGrady.
What about Bob Cousy?
Allen Iverson.
McMood. I'm going with McMood.
Yeah, Mahmoud. Yeah, that's all day.
McMood.
Will Chamberlain?
What's the now? Like mid 2000s, I would have questioned Charles Barkley a little bit because of everybody was 6'11" and 6'11".
Now
Now,
Charles
I
Barkley.
think Charles murders.
Murders.
Like like
Sixers, Charles.
like early, like there's an early in like them 2000s when like Kevin Garnett and his 5-man, you got 6'11". Like now, PJ Tucker and them back there. Oh my God.
Lunch
Oh
meat.
no.
Lunch meat.
Oh no. He's 40 and 20.
I'm going to be Bill Russell. Bill Russell will kill.
Excellent choice.
He'll kill.
I would
At
like-
what?
Just hustling and rebounding and
At
blocking
what?
shots.
At-
He would do what Kenneth Fareed was doing when he.
Our whole league is Bill Russell and that's bigs.
No, I'm just saying he would kill. You said who would make an impact? Like he would make an impact.
At what?
Rebound, 30 rebounds.
He's
a
not
game.
having 30 rebounds
30.
today. No.
Offensive, no one blocks out. No one does none of that shit. Offensive rebounds.
Every big is. We got 3 men that plays like that. The 3, the 4, and the 5.
No.
Dude,
No.
There was 7 black people.
No, bro. Who's getting over 15 rebounds a
Yeah,
game?
they
in the league
smeared
right now?
doo-doo on his
Nobody's
wall.
getting over 15 boards right now.
Because no one can.
Because they not
Everybody
rebounding.
rebounds now. Everybody
The
has
bigs do
jumping
not.
ability. Like
3 bigs rebound.
what I'm saying is
Giannis,
his vertical
Joker.
at the time, 36. That was amazing if everybody is at 22, right? If the average big is 36 and 38 and the white them is at 40 and 44, right? There's one person or the person he's guarding that was black had 36 or 40-inch verticals.
Right.
The only 2 players in the arena, right? The only 2 players in the arena. Out of the 30 people on the court, 38-inch vertical is the norm. Everyone has 38 inches.
What's the difference between Bill Russell and Dennis Rodman then?
Nothing.
So Dennis would kill in this era, rebounding wise, playing hard, hustling, the defense. He's 6'8", he gonna guard everybody. It's small ball.
You're not. What I'm saying is like Dennis Rodman wouldn't be down there rebounding now because he has to guard someone on the wing shooting. Right, that's what I'm saying.
Positioning matters.
Like you know what I mean? Like
But it's more, it's not positioning for them. Their careers were geared around going to get it, not where they're positioned at. It was, I'm going to go get the board because I have a knack for that. I know where it's going. I know this is my job for the team. This is what I'm going to do.
How many defensive rebounds did B.J. Armstrong go get?
Maybe one.
That is now Luka and that is now Luka
for sure.
and Westbrook.
For sure.
Right? So, you're taking, those 2 guys are taking 13, 10 assists off the board now.
But there's no bigs down there. Luka and Westbrook. Steven Adams wasn't no rebounder like that. Luka don't got no rebounder. So imagine if Luka had KG. Luka not averaging 10 boards. KG's averaging 15 boards.
No.
For sure. For sure. And he's telling you to get the fuck out of here.
No.
Get out of here. These are
That's what I'm
mine.
saying. But that's what I'm saying. You have everyone trying to do everything, right? So, where it's Like Dennis, your job is to rebound. Luka only block out, right? So those guys didn't get rebounds. It was Dennis' job to get those rebounds. This is not your job. So back then, that was his only job. Now everybody's doing a little bit of everything, right? So it's hard to just fathom that you got one guy that can sit there and think he can grab 18, 20, 30 rebounds. In those older days, of course, like there's no other body contesting that. So if you look at all the black people that played the 7, right? Their numbers, 7. Those numbers look like when you did the only athlete in AAU Park League. Right. You know, you got 30 points, 17 rebounds. Like, you know, like when we finished, back then it looked like how we play 2K, right? You got 60 points, 14 rebounds, 13 steals, 8 blocks. Like, that's...
So would Oscar Robertson be able to kill in this league?
Yes, that's Westbrook. Right, it's like you're.
I hear you say that, Gil.
And as I said, that's the Westbrook, right? You know, those guys that, like, how tall is he? 6'6"?
Oscar Robertson. Let's double check.
6'5", I believe.
Yeah, I mean, that's the point guard. The point guard is still not that. I mean, you're.
Yeah, 6'5".
6'5" with his shoes off, so that's what, 6'7"?
Yeah.
With his shoes on, I mean, those are big guys. So, right.
All right, let's move on to our next question. It's a video question from Marley88Mar.
What's up, Gills Arena? My question is, which player do you think has the most to prove this season? Like either coming back from injury or just coming back from people hating on him?
Ooh, good question.
Zion for me. I got Zion has the most to prove. Most to prove.
I got Anthony Davis.
Ooh.
Everything you were saying yesterday was fucking hilarious. One. The consistent, inconsistent, and one game on, one game off. But for me, it was how he got paid all that bread. And it's like, now you got paid all that bread, you really don't have to come in here and do shit because you just got that bread.
If you get the 186, the same 186 that Giannis got.
Now you got to prove to me now that
I need that Giannis.
I need that. I need AD. I need you on a whole nother level. So you got a lot to prove this year because if y'all don't go back to where y'all was at and at least win one game, yeah.
We're not talking about...
In your soul. Feel it in your soul.
It hurt.
One game. Just give me one, AD. Get back, give me one, or at least put up a fight against Joker. I don't need Joker getting them type of stats on you. Fight.
Fight back.
Fight for your right, nigga. Come on.
I'd say Jaylen Brown.
Same. With the
Got
money.
all that money. Had a pretty bad game last night.
Yeah.
But again, he's gonna have to figure out how to play with Porzingis out there. Jason obviously is gonna be chasing the MVP this season. So just finding his spots, but at the end of the day, he got paid, but I think for himself, you know, they've been trying to separate Jason and Jaylen for years. So either he wants to go somewhere else or he's gonna have to step up and prove that those two can win a championship together.
I'm gonna go in like, honorable mention.
Don't,
No.
Go ahead.
D-Lo.
Okay.
Yes.
D-Lo, I'm not playing that shit this year.
Not playing that shit.
I'm not playing that shit this year, man. Like I'm not playing, like you're not gonna give me ice veins, man, and then come out here and just think you're gonna be D'Angelo Russell. I need D-Lo. I don't need your full government name. You know when they say your full name, you know you fucking up.
You got called. You know we called.
You know you fucking up. When they say your whole name, I want to call you D-Lo. I need you out there playing D-Lo ball.
Real shit.
Like I don't know why you're going into the game thinking that you need to average 6, 7 assists and 15 points, no cap.
Is that his identity though? Is that who we know him to be now?
No, D-Lo been a scorer.
That's what I'm saying. Is the score D-Lo?
Ice vein, D-Lo.
So is he in his head?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And Braun is also.
Brown in his head too. Brown on the smush shit. He's on the
But
smush
what I'm
Parker
saying is,
shit.
this is what I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna look at every guard Braun played with, right? Right? He played with Kyrie. Kyrie got them shots up. He played with Mo Williams.
Yep.
Got them shots up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I got you, big
Even
fella.
Braun said, like, when you give me the ball, it's not for me to score,
Yep.
it's for me to create. So D'Lo needs to adjust his mindset. Braun is the playmaker on that team.
Yep.
It's not D'Angelo Russell. He's not the playmaker. He's not the playmaker. He's a playmaker.
He's the scorer.
He needs to give LeBron the ball and go get another shot somewhere else. instead of taking these crazy pull-up threes when Bron is literally at the elbow, like, give me the ball. I just told you this. He wants to help him.
Does he want to be the third option, but Austin Reeves then came in there and stole that shine from him, so now he don't know where he's kind of lost in limbo to me. I feel like we've seen glimpses of him from Minnesota when he played, last year he played a couple
buckets?
games. He got a couple buckets.
No, when he first came here, he got buckets.
And then it eased off. It slowed off. And it wasn't because Austin Reeves got better. It was just like, what are you doing now?
I think sometimes I think we think too much, right? So when he came in, Bron was not there.
Yeah.
So y'all
got buckets.
So in his mind, y'all look like the old Lakers. I know this game. And I think what happened was Bron coming back, I think he decided like, okay, it's their team, I'll just fit in.
Yep.
And I think that's what ended up happening. And, sometimes you go through that rat race of just doing the same thing. And, when I'm on, I'll take a few shots. I'll take a little bit more shots if I make a couple. Like, no, you go out there knowing that you got to take 15 shots a game. Right? And that's how that's when I look at players, it's like, yo, you need to take 15 shots a game.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it. There's no other than that. I don't take 15. You take 15, it heightens the team. You take 3 or 4, because the guys you're going against is taking 20-something. So there's going to be an off balance there.
I feel like the Lakers as a unit don't got respect for him to be that kind of guy. I don't think Darvin got that kind of trust in him to be a scorer.
How many minutes he play?
He's inconsistent on the scoring.
How many minutes he play?
D'Lo? Mm-hmm. Let me pull it up, Gilly. I got
47
tabs open.
Probably 21 minutes, maybe.
He played 36 minutes.
Oh, my Lord.
4 for 12, 2 for 5 from 3.
And that's almost 15 shots.
4 for 12? I need 3 more shots.
11 and 7.
But that's 36 minutes, 4 for 12. That's unacceptable.
That's what I'm saying is,
Because he's overthinking.
That's what I'm saying.
He can get those shots up.
You're playing that minute. You got to give me 15 shots guaranteed. That's what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting nothing else but 15 shots a game.
What kind of shots are those, though?
I don't give a fuck at this point.
At this point.
It's the beginning of the season. I need you mentally being aggressive.
Yeah, just
right. Don't think about making. Don't think about missing. You can't think about a miss if you never took the shot yet.
Right.
Right. So just shoot 15 shots.
We need you to be an option.
Just like be right. It's like, I want the defense to look at you like a threat.
Yes.
Yeah, be a
Like,
threat.
you know what I mean? Like when you coming down, like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, cause you know what I mean? Like if they're coming down and I'm sitting here like, all right, where he gonna try to pass the ball to? And like, he ain't gonna shoot it. Like that makes it harder on LeBron and AD if your guy is looking at them.
See, as we see, he's going to shoot it anyway. He's like kind of like looking around and he's like, oh shit, my defender's back there. Oh, let me just shoot this. So why don't I just go down, be aggressive from the beginning?
Because the pressure is on him when he's in there with the starters. Because you got LeBron, you got AD, you got Austin. These are guys that need to get their shit off while he's in the game. I think he feels more comfortable coming off the bench where he don't have pressure with guys he needs to pass to. He can actually go out there like, yo, I'm about to get these buckets. And I think that's his mentally, he needs to adjust to that role. Coming off the bench, being a microwave, Vinnie Johnson. Being the Vinnie Johnson. Because he can't do that, have that mentality with LeBron and AD and all them in the game.
What's that old saying they used to tell us? I remember when I heard it, I was like, bet. They was like, the ball finds the best players.
Yep.
Right? When I heard that, okay, I'm gonna put it to the test. I'm gonna see if that's real theory. As soon as Antoine, hey, the ball gonna find you. You the best player.
Move around.
The ball gonna come to you when it needs to be. God damn it, I'm gonna do me then.
Yep.
If the ball gonna find the best player, I'm gonna do me.
Yep. Because they'll double you and you make you pass it.
I'm gonna do me.
Yep.
If the ball finds the best player, I'm gonna do me. So that means if I took 20 shots, obviously the ball knew where to go. To me.
Hey.
Period.
Hey, talk that shit.
What are we talking about? Don't tell me I'm using your own life. Right? I'm using your own life.
Talk that shit.
Antoine, max player. The ball is in the right hand. I got the rebound.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Excuse me.
Let's go.
Excuse me.
That's a good place to put a button on today's show. God bless all you guys. Thank you, Lexi, pulling up. Shaw, appreciate you as always.
My peoples. Yeah, man.
Come back with the
Tote and Carry, I appreciate you.
Gilbert, as always, we appreciate you. We appreciate you guys at home for rocking with us, watching the show. Make sure you download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code GIL. Get that $500 deposit match. Last show of the week. We will see y'all Monday.
Hold on.
What happened now?
If y'all need merch promoted, hit me up on the DM. I'm wearing all merch all month, you know what I'm saying? So send me your merch. I got you. I'm getting a couple of y'all online, so you know what I'm saying? Just make sure I'm trying to engage with the fans a little bit more.
No, we
you know
engage. Hey, fans, if you got any extra money on the Underdog app,
send it to me.
Send it to me.
They're cleaning me out. They're cleaning me out.
You know, like I went 4 out of 5 yesterday, which is still an L.
No insurance.
I got 50 cents left.
You got a raw dog to pick him. No insurance.
I got
no insurance.
You got 50 cents left, y'all.
No insurance.
Holla at me. Help me out.
Holla at me.
Send a gift my way.
Come on, man.
We will see y'all Monday. Appreciate y'all.
Let's go.